I'm not a performing monkey at the zoo, and I just need to be treated with a little bit of courtesy. Is that too much to ask? Really? Is that too much? I'm not a fucking whore. In exchange for $10, you can't bend me over and fuck me up the ass dry. I'm not willing to do that. I'm not a performing monkey at the zoo. Hey. Hey. Good evening. Welcome to Morty's Diner channel. Tonight is a non-show show. Okay. And aliens, guests, and panelists and donations are welcome. Okay, donations, panelists, and aliens, welcome to the show, or welcome on the show. It's a non-show show. I promise no content. Basically nothing. Anyway, the channel, the invite link is posted if anybody would like to join and be a panelist. Otherwise, I'm just going to enjoy the non-show show here on a Saturday night. Hello to GD. Thanks for the 100 pesos. For some reason, I can't lower the audio. It's really louder than I would like. Well, we'll just see how it goes. And thanks for the 100 pesos, GD. Hello, Dr. Bob. Is that Narc? No, that was me. All right. Haven't talked to Narc or seen him around for a long time. Anyway, nothing. Absolutely nothing to do, nothing to talk about, nothing to say. So, let's get some relaxing music on. And, we can have a non-show show. I'll be here doing stuff. But, nothing happening tonight. In Morty's Diner, as it says, the best conversation in town without an alien, violent, vicious probe. You know, that kind of probe. So, if you'd like, sit back, enjoy the non-show. Enjoy the non-content. Have a beer, a brandy, an edible, whatever your pleasure, VR and champagne if you're one of those people. And I'm here if anybody wants to do a talk on the panel. Otherwise, I'm going to pour a glass of water. Arrowhead bottled water. This is October. This month does celebrate 7 years of the Happy Luxury Morty's Diner channel. 7 years of this masochism and self-abuse. And I am preparing special content for the 7th anniversary of the channel. Not that anybody will care. But I'll do it anyway. Why? I don't know. GD, no chandelier video of blowing bubbles. I don't have that kind of material here. Tomorrow, I'm going to change my bedding. I'm going to put on the flannel bedding, flannel sheets, pillowcase. It's getting cold now. Starting to rain a lot. I love it. I'll do that tomorrow. I would do it tonight, but I haven't taken a shower in like 7 days. And I don't want to put on the clean, soft, flannel bedding and go into bed all dirty and smelly. All kind of microbial stuff on my skin. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll take a shower, change the bedding, and then I'll stay on bed all day. Actually, I'm going on another hike in the woods tomorrow. I'll be out most all the day. Yeah, that's the truth. All I have to do is get up out of bed in the morning. Well, the likelihood of me actually doing it is pretty low. The last Sunday, so see what happens. I can't lower it. I don't know what the problem is. I mean, well, I got lots of problems. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Okay. It worked. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Now it works. Anyway, that's all we got tonight, GD, and whoever else, Bob. Just going to sit here and listen to some nighttime relaxing music. Drinking chamomile tea. No B or B tonight. No B or B, if you know what I mean. Tonight is just chamomile tea. Hey, GD, you want Beethoven? Well, I don't know. See if I can do. Yeah, that was pretty good, Beethoven. Oh, hey, Dr. Bob. Says, where is everyone? Well, I don't know. Tonight is, as the title says, a non-show show. I have nothing to say. If anybody wants to join the panel, any aliens or any donations, those are all great, but I'm just hanging out. I have nothing to talk about. Good evening, Peaklin. Do you miss American Pie and drive your Chevy to the levee? Yeah, kind of. That's a good question. I kind of do, yeah. I think we have a guest. So let's see how this goes. Hello?
Hi, Morty.
Hey, we have a guest. How you
I'm
doing?
in the park. I'm good. I'm taking the dog for a walk before midnight so he can do his business.
Do you feel safe in the park right now, at this time of night?
Yeah, there's nobody out here. Plus, the dog, he's a good 10-pounder, so he'll protect me.
So you have a flashlight. Is that a luxury flashlight?
Oh, that's a street light.
Oh, it's a street light. You don't have a flashlight?
Yeah.
I see.
No, I have a flashlight. I didn't bring it with me, though.
Right. Have you ever shown your dog? Have you ever shown your dog? Oh.
Here, come here, dog. Let me see how I could turn the camera around.
Sure, I've seen him then.
Come here.
Oh, yeah, right, okay.
Little fucker. Oh, there he goes, marking his territory.
Right.
So, the show about nothing?
Nothing.
Nice.
Exactly, my sentiments completely. Sometimes I feel show hosts should be a little more honest and just say there's nothing to talk about. Or sometimes there's nothing more to talk about instead of...
That's how I always feel when I first start up the stream, and then I just let all the maniacs and animals on and see where it goes.
I mean, honestly, many times other show hosts truly have nothing to talk about. So they just start showing pictures of Rolex.
Yeah, so sometimes
the same Rolex watches they've talked about for the same
over and over. Yeah, every day the same Daytona.
About late 80s, around then, okay, 88, 89, I was working someplace in Los Angeles, and we were just talking around at a coffee break, and the other 3 or 4 guys and girls, whatever, we were all talking about what would you do if you won $100 million or 10 million, the lottery, 10 million. And everyone's talking about, I'd buy a car and, move to France and, all that stuff. And I said, I'd probably like to move to Tahiti and just, lay on the beach all day long naked, just getting blowjobs from one from one beautiful Tahitian girl, one after the other, with occasional, cocktail and food breaks.
And Tahiti, do they speak English or French?
Well, French and English, And one of the guys there, he said, that wouldn't work. You'd get pretty bored of that in no time at all. You wouldn't want to do that.
I don't know.
That's what I said. I said, I don't know. I mean, what else would there be if I've got all the money I need, 10 million from as you said, and I could fly first class to Tahiti, get a beautiful place on the, right by the water, and just lay on the beach all day getting blowjobs and cocktails and and dinner, food. What else?
Would you get a watch to wear while you're getting blowjobs?
Oh, I guess. I guess I could get a nice watch. For that case, I'd kick it up a notch from my Swiss Army Victorinox, and I'd buy something nice, maybe a Pelagos, which has really good loom and easy to read.
It
And
could
since
be a
I'm
nice by the
by
water. Yeah, it'd be a good dive watch. I mean,
I'm right
even
by
if
the
you don't go
water.
in there.
Yeah, since I'm right by the water, getting all those BJs, the water resistance factor of the Pelagos would be an excellent choice.
I like that watch. I thought about
Yeah.
getting one before.
Yeah, I when I first saw that years ago, I thought that snowflake dial was so stupid. But over the years, you just get used to it. So I don't
Yeah,
mind it at all now.
that's how I feel about it. I first saw it. It's like, why do they put those big sideways squares on the end?
Yeah, yeah,
But after looking at it over and over again, it's like, it don't bother me no more.
exactly. Right. It's kind of probably like chain gang food. The first morning you wake up for your first meal on the Georgia chain gang, it's a fried dough, pig fat, sorghum, and molasses. It's going to be the same meal 3 times a day for as long as you're here. And you can't even eat it or swallow it. And then by the 3rd or 4th day, you're gobbling it down, and you don't care
Do they
anymore.
still do chain gangs in Georgia?
There are chain gangs around the country, yeah.
I know they do them in Texas still.
Yeah, Sheriff Arpaio in Maricopa County, Phoenix, he was doing chain gangs, and they have them in Louisiana.
Oh, wow. Phoenix, that would suck. It'd be like 120 degrees every day out working on the road.
He had overflow of prisoners. He was a great sheriff. He had overflows of prisoners at his jail, so he opened up a tent area jail out on the desert, and he said, if our soldiers can be there in Afghanistan and Iraq in 120 degrees in full battle gear to protect us, then you people can sleep in pink tents on the desert because we got all the food.
Good deterrent.
Yeah, I mean, we got food and water as much as you want. Right here, we got cold water and food 3 times a day, and no one is shooting at you. There's no mortar fire. So just think of our boys there out in the Iraqi desert,
Hey, less revisitism that way.
Carrying 50-pound battle packs in a 120-degree desert, So you guys got it easy. No complaints. Shut up. I mean, he was absolutely right, So it's hot, but you're not going to suffer. You're not going to die.
Yeah. In California,
Besides,
you could just tell them.
And it's a great incentive to not come back.
In California, you could just identify as a woman and they'll put you in a woman's prison.
Well, in San Francisco, you identify as a they, them, and they'll put you in a hotel.
Oh, I went out to San Francisco yesterday and it was like noon. I went to the tobacco shop and I'm walking past the KFC and there are people out in front of the KFC just passing a meth pipe back and forth with no fear of the police or anything. It's fucking ridiculous. It's probably like that in Portland, though.
I kind of would like to go back and visit San Francisco, but I mean, it's just from all the videos I see, I just don't see the point. I mean, I just feel there's a risk of danger, of being accosted all the time by vagrants and beggars and dangerous psychotic people on the street.
Oh, yeah. I was out on Market Street. They have the old cable cars running, not the cable cars, the old street cars running again. But
Union Square. I looked around.
Tweaker out there.
Stores are all closed. The shopping center is there, empty. The Westfield shopping center at Union Square, completely empty. It's just amazing, and that's all due to the Democrats, 100%.
Mm-hmm. A lot of shady fucking streets loaded with tent people.
Yeah, and I don't know what the pooping on the street status is, but it's just destroyed completely. It's amazing.
It's a beautiful city, other than all the drug addicts and shit everywhere.
Oh yeah,
crazy people.
Go back 20 years, and it was still beautiful. I've been there many times in the past, and I had no fear or thoughts about not going out for a long walk. I was walking all over the streets, Chinatown and Waterfront and Union Square.
I always felt safe. I always felt safe in San Francisco, but
now it's just
a little different now.
And you can't carry a 45 there because you can't get a permit, so it's dangerous.
And I heard you
I
can get a
heard
permit now online. It's real easy. Like there's like 6 questions, and they just give one to anybody.
I heard you say you got a 97B CZ.
Yeah. CZ 97B.
Yeah, I know what that is. I saw those. Those are discontinued right now, but I remember seeing those. Yeah,
It's nice.
Those
It's
are heavy.
got yeah.
Heavy.
The slide it moves really slow when you use it. It's like it feels different than like a 1911.
Right. Well, CZ quality is second to none. So.
Yeah, Czechoslovakian gun makers were always on another level. Even back in the 40s.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you can't carry that, but for a home protection, it's very good. I mean, Clint Eastwood type guy can carry it, but it's approaching 40 ounces when it's loaded. I mean, it's just too heavy.
I used to have a little 2-inch Smith & Wesson aluminum frame, K-frame.
Right. Uh-huh.
You could carry that one, not legally, but of course I would never do that. It was a Model 12, old police gun.
Right.
Are you going to Las Vegas, or that was just talk about?
I don't know.
Like,
I've been thinking about it. I need to focus my plan on New York and Chicago. I mean, I've been to Las Vegas many times, but when I went October last year, I didn't have any plans. I just thought, well, I'll go, and I had a really good time just walking everywhere, and just getting out and walking, and seeing some new stuff, and that was in the brutally hot weather. Now it's the rest of the year. It's cold and nice for me.
Yeah, I went to New York about maybe 15 or 20 years ago around this time, and we ended up walking around at night in the snow. It was actually kind of nice. It was weird being in New York in the snow.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, just great. So I looked at dates, and I was going to go in July, but I had to call it off. But I have looked at dates for the end of November and hotel prices and airfare, and all I have to do is push the button and go. I don't know.
No time like the present.
I know, yeah.
Do it now while you're healthy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Either that or go to Tahiti and just test out those blowjobs for a weekend or so.
Yeah, go back to plan 1, right. Right.
Yeah, I've never been to Tahiti. I've been to Hawaii, but Tahiti looks different.
Yeah. Well, Tahiti sounds more exotic,
You got to be more of a big baller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My idea of Tahiti would be the beach. You can find areas of beach that are just, there's no people around. Hawaii is just packed with tourists,
Yeah.
So somebody might report you for doing my plan. But Tahiti, there's
a lot more islands.
Yeah, I mean, it's just empty. Yeah. There's a video I saw on YouTube. It's one of the saddest videos. One of the police, body cam videos. I forgot what state. It might have been South Carolina. This woman was on the beach by herself, and this is a true story. You can easily find it on YouTube. And some bastard reported her for masturbating on the beach. There was nobody around. Nobody.
He was basically a peeper.
Well, probably so, because she said there was nobody. It was a real desolate part of the beach, and she was just doing that, okay? And
Well, must have gotten sandy, though.
So 2 police officers showed up, and they walked over to her, and not only did they tell her you have to stop, but they arrested her.
Wow, so she didn't stop. She was still going at it when the police came.
She was still doing it, and they could have just said, "Listen, you can't do this. There are regulations. There are ordinances about this, and we're not going to give you a ticket. We're not going to arrest you. We're just going to let you off with a warning and have a nice day. Okay, just don't do it again." They didn't do that. These 2 bastard cops arrested her, told the official charge of public indecency or whatever.
They probably have to register as a sex offender after something like that.
Whatever it was, they put her in handcuffs and walked her over to the police car. And this is all public, like 1 million views on YouTube.
Oh yeah, they got those body cam videos now.
Yeah, all body cam. They took her to the police station, booked her, the whole thing. She killed herself as soon as she got out of jail.
Oh, that's
a day or
crazy.
two later, from the public humiliation and embarrassment.
Internet.
She unalived herself, and absolutely tragic because she never had to be arrested at all.
My friend
all the cops had to say was, "Hey, we got a call about this. You can't do that. Please stop." And
public humiliation rituals, My friend is married to his brother's married to a girl from Germany, and she told us this story about a girl they knew. I don't know what city she used to live in, but the girl had a big dog, German Shepherd, and a jar of peanut butter. She was getting down, having fun with the dog.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and some people came in and they caught her, in the act, and they said the next day she just had packed up all her stuff, moved to another city, and no one ever heard from her again. But I guess if it was on the internet now, she might have done something else,
Yeah, when I lived in LA, this would have been around 1990. Somebody I worked with, she was a rich business owner and an absolute piece of shit, psychotic piece of shit. But anyway, she had a Yorkie as her pet dog, and some guys at work told me, you know what she does with that Yorkie when she's home, And I said, like, what? Can't you imagine? I said, I wasn't thinking. And she, imagine what? So they explained, the peanut butter thing, and or strawberry preserves or whatever it is, And
peanut butter is probably healthier.
Yeah, that's what these single, frustrated, neurotic, psychotic women who own businesses in LA do, And I said, oh, well, I can believe that. I believe that. Yeah.
People do a lot of other. Hey, AD's here?
AD was in the chat, and now he just said good night. Have a nice show. And Mick Lobster said he loves Tom Hanks, but he's only kidding. Hello, Gilden. Morty, do a Souvla world tour. Souvla day from every city. What is that? Greek food? Is that what he means?
I think it's the rotisserie thing. I think it's
souvlaki?
A form of souvlaki, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Fiji would be likewise a very nice place for Plan A. Yeah. But I know places in Japan, absolutely desolate beaches, absolutely beautiful. And what's the worst that can happen is there's a tsunami. And in that case, I'm okay, Let it happen, I mean, I don't want the other people to be injured or hurt, but if it happened, well, it's a hell of a way to go, Yeah.
Actually, that might be kind of fun. You out there getting your VJs on the beach, and then there's a tsunami. You have to go somehow. That'd be a story, yeah?
Yeah, I remember on the radio, this might have been the 80s, when the news about Bing Crosby dying. If I remember correctly, essentially what the report was, he was in Spain. And this is basically correct. There might be, he was in Spain on vacation. That sounds beautiful. Okay. He was playing golf, a whole round of golf with his friends, his good friends. And either he finished or he was about to finish the game, and he just passed out and had a heart attack and died. I mean, he collapsed. He had a heart attack, collapsed, and died instantly.
That's the way to do it.
And
you want to be
after having
laid
a
up.
full life, out with your best friends on a beautiful golf course, just enjoying everything, and what a way to go,
And then all the relatives come out and they tell you all stories about how he was a rotten bastard.
Yeah, exactly. Then they all come out and say how horrible a man he was. Yeah. Well, he may not have been a good father. I mean, that's been established. But okay.
My grandmother loved Bing Crosby. She hated it when Frank Sinatra replaced him as America's most popular singer.
Yeah, Bing Crosby was was it before Frank Sinatra hit the scene.
My grandma hated fucking Frank Sinatra, all because of that. Like, she couldn't stand that guy.
Bing Crosby, one of the greatest popular singers of all time.
Oh, he's still great during the Christmas season.
Oh no, he's a brilliant singer. Yeah, and I mean he's in the category of like Mel Torme, but even better. But well, I can't say better, but many people in Hollywood, after they pass away, it's demonstrated how absolutely miserable a person they were. And as a father, including Jerry Lewis, absolute number one example, Bing Crosby, Michael, who's the other one?
Joan Crawford.
Joan Crawford, yeah. And there's another, who was it? Jerry Lewis. Oh, Tony Curtis. Jerry Lewis, Tony Curtis, Bing Crosby, Joan Crawford treated their children just awfully. Jerry Lewis and Tony Curtis didn't put their kids, purposely left all their kids out of the will of their millions and millions. Tony gave everything to his wife, didn't give a penny to his children. Jerry Lewis didn't give anything to his kids, but he gave everything to his one adopted daughter, if I recall correctly. And he's it's just unbelievable. He had like 40 million, 60 million, and nothing.
It makes you wonder what the kids did.
It's just cruelty. I mean, well, it's who he was, just a very awful guy. And that's long established, and documented. But
I know Dean Martin didn't like Jerry Lewis for some reason.
Probably I don't know any details. Who does? But that's probably the reason Dean Martin didn't want to work with him, because Dean Martin was truly a good guy, a nice guy, and he realized Jerry Lewis was just a fucking asshole, a bad man, a bad guy.
They say Dean Martin was never really drinking. Apparently, he was faking it with the iced tea in his glass on all those shows.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Because will we ever know when he was in Las Vegas around the Johnny Carson show, or with the drinks, was it iced tea or was it whiskey? We'll never know.
We'll never know.
And on his own TV show, which ran a long, long time, he'd come out with the glass. And was it a drink or just an iced tea? I mean, who knows? Michael Jackson's pop was a monster. Yep.
Yeah, he trained all those kids to be little performing monkeys.
Yeah. There was a TV movie about Michael Jackson growing up with his family, and one of the kid actors in Welcome Back, Kotter, played the father. And man, that was a really good TV movie. It was exceptionally good. I forgot the name of the movie, but excellent. Yeah.
Sweat Hogs.
You still there at the park?
No, I came back. Did 2 laps.
Right.
Back in the house.
I'm going to see if I can find the name of that movie. Because it was exceptionally good. I think the actor's name is Lawrence Hilton Jacobs from yeah, that's the guy. Okay, so let me look at his credits here.
Which character did he play? Was he one of the Sweat Hogs?
He was, one of the kids in Kotter, but he was in this Michael Jackson film. He played the father. And, as an actor, you couldn't...
Oh, was that the guy that played Washington? Mr. Cocktail!
I don't know. I'm trying to find him. My computer's not clicking on here, but... Okay. He played Boom Boom Washington in Kotter. 75 to 79. And the movie is called The Jacksons, An American Dream, 1992. If you can find that, it might be on YouTube for free. A 5-hour miniseries from 1992, The Jacksons, An American Dream. Wow, was this? I don't really care about Michael Jackson. Never followed him for the music, but what a terrific TV movie! Wow.
How many viewers we got?
Well, let's take a look. 9 people. Hey,
that's pretty good.
It's great. Yeah. Hey, Gilden. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, the Jackson family, LaToya, Janet, Michael, each one is a special case, you know?
Yeah. LaToya's the talentless one that all she could do was pose for Playboy magazine.
Yeah. I'm looking. Where is this? Is this playing anywhere? Let me see. I'm sure it's easy to find. I'm looking for it now. Let's see. It's on YouTube.
YouTube for free?
Let me click this. Let me make sure. Is this actually it? Yeah, this is it. It's on YouTube for free. Just look for The Jacksons, An American Dream, 1992. And it might be in 2 parts because it was 5 hours. But there it is. Wow. Outstanding.
In 92, was that Michael Jackson already been burnt up in the Pepsi commercial by then?
That was around that time. I remember that. Yeah. It was right around then. Yeah. Mac Lobster. James Brown was a fucking nut. Did you see Get On Up? Was that a movie?
I remember the last time he got arrested before he passed, I think he was high on crack cocaine, and the police took him on a multi-state car chase, and he was on 3 rims or something like that.
Really? Get On Up. Okay. 2014. I never heard of this. 2014 film about James Brown. Produced by Mick Jagger.
Oh, really?
Producer. Oh, shit. Okay. I don't know the actors, but one of the actors is Dan Aykroyd. One of the most unwatchable people in a movie is Dan Aykroyd. And
I think he was autistic or something.
I just can't stand the guy. And I don't know the other cast people. They don't sound familiar, but hey, that's a great suggestion. I will. Dan Aykroyd was in that movie Driving Miss Daisy.
Was he?
Yeah, he played the son of the old lady. It's just nauseating to watch him. But yeah, I'm going to save this and see if I can find it for free somewhere later.
I don't remember him being in Driving Miss Daisy. I remember he was in My Girl. He played the mortician father.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, Aykroyd's just... James Brown had more birthdays than Marcello Time, you think? Aykroyd doesn't have much of a role in... Well, yeah, I mean, I just don't want to look at the guy. He's just awful.
He might have had more birthdays than Marcello Time, but Marcello Time's fewer birthdays lasted much longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He didn't have a birthday this year either, or if he did, it was one day.
I don't know.
He celebrated like a normal person.
Wait a minute. Like a normal person? I don't know about that.
You're right.
A real stretch there, but...
How long did you live in Japan for?
5 years. Well, I give a different answer every time because it's, diverse. I say 5 years, 9 years, 11 years, I just switch it up 7 years,
Why did you leave? Did they make you leave?
Well,
Overstayed your welcome.
I decided I just felt like I think I should go back. I can't explain thinking. I just felt like, well, I wanted to stay, but I was very conflicted. I had a feeling that I should go back home. Been back to America, and I loved living there. I absolutely had it made. And I mean, money, work, women, sex, massages, restaurants, travel, everything.
Great vending machines.
The vending machines, and I loved living there. And I fucked up. One of the biggest fuck ups of my life was deciding to come back. I should have just said, no, I love it here and I'm going to stay. I don't want to go back to shithole LA, or now I'm in shithole Portland.
Yeah, you traded Tokyo for Portland. That's a bad trade.
I wasn't in Tokyo. I lived in a much smaller, a medium-sized city, far away from Tokyo. It was just beautiful. And I fucked up. I had it made. And yep.
Nice high trust society for a extremely low trust society.
Wow, it was just the best.
So Portland's not cleaned up yet? The National Guard has swept up all the bums?
At the ICE Center, somewhere off of downtown. I have to look on the map where it is. It's not exactly downtown. It's somewhere south of Portland or something. And that area is just full of awful people every night. Downtown might be okay in the daytime to walk around in. I might try that tomorrow. After I do my hike in the morning, I might go downtown. If it looks good, I'll go to the shawarma place, which I've been putting off since the summer.
You can start that Suvla tour they were talking about.
Oh, the Suvla tour, right? Right. I mean, yeah. You know how Michael Jackson used to give stupid names to his world tours, the Victory Tour.
He gives stupid names to his kids.
Jeez, yeah. So I could have the Morty's Diner Suvla World Tour. Yes, yeah.
I'd just like to go through life with a name like a blanket.
It's just amazing,
It's a sign maybe something wasn't right in his head.
Well, we know that. Remember back in the day when that was going on, when he had the children with the surrogate wife,
dangling the baby over the balcony.
Oh, incredible! I was just showing the baby to the fans. I had a good grip on the baby. And the woman that he had the baby with, what do you say?
Surrogate.
It was the surrogate mom who was inseminated, and had the baby, and then she was a real, like, where the hell did he find her?
If he's that father, I don't know if he's the actual father.
Well, the children do
really look like him.
They do look.
You think so?
Yeah. But was he the father? I mean, I think he was, with artificial insemination. Okay, that's my thought. It could have been one of his brothers. I mean, we don't know. We don't know.
Tito and Jermaine are the dads.
Well, we don't know. But I think it was him. They do look
Lisa
like
Marie for a long time. They never had kids. That would have been a superstar. That kid for sure would have had a screwed up life, being a Jackson and a Presley at the same time.
Wow, amazing. Yeah. Wow, amazing. Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris, looks like him. She's gorgeous. Really? Okay, I haven't seen a picture of the kids in a long time, but they do look like him. Let me say this, McLobster. There's two children, right? I know they look more like him as the father than the Obama kids look like either of the parents.
Well, we know who the Obama kids' real parents are.
That's an absolute fact. And Chelsea, what's her name? Chelsea Clinton.
She's not related to Bill.
She looks more like her real dad, Bill Clinton. Than we know Bill Clinton's not the biological.
I heard that Chelsea had a lot of plastic surgery when she was younger, and they wanted to make her look more like Bill.
Yeah, I mean, if you look, unless those pictures are all scrubbed from the internet, years ago everything was on there, photos of her growing up, and then all of a sudden, her whole face changes. She looks nothing like she used to.
Imagine having a lot of plastic surgery just to end up looking like Chelsea Clinton.
Yeah, and but prior to all her plastic surgery, she looked exactly like her real dad. But all these people, the Obamas, the Clintons, Jacksons, the Macrons, they're all nuts.
They're not human.
Maybe they're not. I think they are. That's the problem. But yeah,
Cream of the crop.
right. When the aliens that Docs talks about finally do appear on Earth, and they're going to meet, Putin and the president. Why would they meet President Clinton and Hillary as representatives if they landed when Clinton was here? Why would he be the representative? I mean, if they're going to meet representatives of the human race, they should meet you and me. I mean, and a stripper from a club in Tokyo. I mean, real people. Not some, criminal despicable assholes like the Clintons or whoever. Yeah, they're all leftists, all of them, right? Yeah.
So does the diner have a liquor license?
I'm sorry? Say again?
The diner, does it have a liquor license?
We do, yeah. It's unusual. We to tell you the truth, between you and me, we paid off some of the people on the State Liquor Commission, and they gave us a license. So we have a little bar area in the diner where, you can get cocktails and beer.
You serve that German beer there?
No, we don't have
White.
But I'm going to try and see if we can get that as a menu item. The also there's other people with the fake children. Well, I mean, whatever. Is Trump the smartest president you've ever seen? Well, that's a good way you phrase the question. He is, without any question, he is the greatest of all U.S. presidents ever. The greatest. Now, is he the smartest of all? Well, a case can be made. Thomas Jefferson was smarter. James Madison, Teddy Roosevelt, some of the guys from the late 1800s. There's a case you can make about that. Woodrow Wilson.
Definitely smarter than GW.
Yeah. Woodrow Wilson, I mean, terrible president, but very, very smart. But, I mean, what does the smartness mean if you're a suck-ass president, Yeah. Fiscally, Clinton was the best in recent times, despite all the rhetoric. How can you say that? Trump is the greatest of all time fiscally, economically, everything. I mean,
I always liked Teddy Roosevelt. I don't know, but he was a very good president or not. He was a real
guy. He was a real person. He wasn't a Clinton, Obama actor. He was a real guy. I mean, amazing guy. Yeah, he lived on Long Island. His home is a museum. I mean, is a national park. I've been there several times, and it's a home from like the early 1900s, and you could easily just move in today and live there very comfortably. I mean, it's you think back, wow, 1900, 1910, but it's you could easily live there. They don't have modern washer, dryer, and refrigerator, but it's a beautiful little. And his burial site is right down the road from there in a beautiful little wooded area. It's really, really nice. It's Oyster Bay, Long Island. It's called Sagamore Hill. And there's videos
from
on
Long
YouTube.
Island. He doesn't talk like the people do in Long Island now.
I don't think he was born there, but that's where he bought his house. But he was a New Yorker, and all that. But what was I going to say? There are videos on YouTube where he's at his house, walking around and giving speeches on his what do you call that?
On the porch.
On his porch, right? Where they have those old style Victorian house porches where they're big porches.
Swing in a rocking chair.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a big overhang to protect you from the rain and the sunlight. And he's on his porch, dressing, giving a speech to like 50 or 100 people. And it's silent, but yeah, I mean, yeah. So he's lots of video and photography exists on him, and sound recordings too on disc or records.
Rough
That's all.
Riders.
Yeah.
And GD's got a dancing lemon.
GD, a 50 peso super sticker from GD. Thanks, GD.
Appreciate it, GD.
Clinton balanced the budget. Okay, well, what else did he do that was good for America?
How balanced did he get it?
If I recall correctly, the night before he was going to be impeached, he launched the missile attack on the Kosovo.
Oh, he did a lot of shady things like that.
Oh, all kinds of shady stuff. I've talked a lot with Shot in the Dark about how just despicable Clinton is.
He took U.S. jets and painted them up with UN colors and had them go in there and bomb everybody.
He was supporting cocaine coming into Arkansas in exchange for money, and
there's those kids they found on the railroad tracks
and serial rapists. I mean, this is all true. It's all true.
Definitely the head of the Arkansas mafia.
We don't know. And the Epstein Island, 27 flights confirmed to Epstein Island. What was he doing there? Going fly fishing? I mean, come on, And corrupt as all hell. And then when him and Hillary moved out of the White House, they were stealing all the Chinaware and glassware and silverware and all kinds of shit.
They took a bunch of furniture out of Lincoln's bedroom or something.
Yeah. Absolute white trash, They brought it, they got caught and had to give it all back. But absolute white trash and, Ivy League white-collar criminal scum.
Yeah, we dodged a bullet not having Hillary get elected.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. It's incredible that the idiot Democrat low information voters, they pick people like Hillary or Kamala, and they become so passionate and supportive of these people, and they know nothing about them. They know nothing about them. They go, well, we love her. We gotta, And if and it's the same thing, with Trump or Biden. If you tell these people what's really true, they just say, "I can't talk to you," and they leave, or they go, "Fuck you,"
Like Kamala, no one even voted for Kamala. They just fucking put her up there and said, "Oh, she's going to be the one. Vote for her."
She was just inserted in there. Yeah, incredible.
She was extremely qualified.
Only president since 1970 to run a surplus. All right.
Who's that, Clinton?
Yeah, he likes Clinton.
I guess he balanced the budget so we could know how big the national debt was. That's something.
Well, he, in between, raping women and committing all kinds of felonies, he worked on the budget, you could say. So. But I think that was the night before the impeachment vote was going to happen. He called his leaders all together in the White House or the Pentagon, and they launched missile attack in the Serbia, Kosovo, Sarajevo, whatever that was going on there. It's very confusing what goes on there in that part of Europe. And was a
test run for Ukraine.
Yeah, and that was the headlines all the next day around the world. The impeachment story fell way down as a headline, and he weaseled out of that.
Got lucky.
There's an old expression. I'm not going to have this exactly verbatim, but a great man is not always a good man.
Because the day before the attack on 9/11, the big news story was all these high school kids that went out underage and went into this strip club. It was a huge story. And then the next day 9/11 happened and you never heard nothing about it again.
Another story that was covered up immediately, we know nothing about it, was that guy in Las Vegas up on the hotel.
Oh, I've seen some weird stuff about that.
There was a concert outside and he shot and killed 50 plus people. Remember that?
and there's all these videos of supposedly the room he was in, and the windows aren't broken out, but supposedly he was firing machine guns.
That story was wiped clean from the media.
Yeah, never heard nothing about it. It's like it didn't happen.
Story at the time that there were a lot of Saudi royals at that time in Las Vegas, and when all that was going on, they were rushed over to the airport and got on their private jet and flew the hell out of there back home. And what the hell was that about? And well, yeah,
CIA death squad.
Rich, successful businessman, good looking, the money in New York. What else do you expect of a guy like that? To be like Obama and go to man's country bathhouse? Come on, Guy Gadbois. Right. The clips of him and Jeff. There are no clips of him and Jeff. One, Trump met him once at a cocktail party in New York. That was it. It's the only time he ever met him. And, the Democrats have had a decade to go looking for footage and dirt on Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. There's nothing. And
if they had something, they would have seen it 8 years ago.
If they
found been everywhere.
anything, it would have been blasted all over everywhere in the media to destroy Trump. And there's nothing, So
now they got the AI down pat. They're going to try to find a bunch of stuff.
Sure, right. Yeah. Well, he's a multi-billionaire businessman in New York. At the time, he had he attended parties with the Clintons and Hillary, and
just country club buddies.
But that's just socializing at the cocktail parties on Park Avenue and business parties. He hated those fucking people, But they show up.
My dad met Trump like years before he ran for president. He's like helicoptered into the top of a rooftop across the street from where the Giants play ball. And I guess he came down to the bar with the pilots. He's going to buy the pilots a drink in the bar. And my dad was in there, and he yelled something across the bar to him about, I don't know, something that was happening with him. And like he was doing that You're Fired show at the time. And he said,
oh, right.
He answered back to him and just talked like a normal guy to him.
Whenever you see Trump, unlike all the other presidents, he walks over to the firefighters, the police. When he gets on a plane, he shakes hands and talks to whoever's there to see him off, and when he sees people on the, he'll walk over and say hello, and he spent his career not just talking to the Washington elite. He's talking, with people from all walks of life in New York.
Everyday Joe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, from a restaurant waiter in his hotel up to the construction workers and up to the top executives, everybody, unlike, so he's involved with real people for his whole life, unlike Obama and, the Bushes and Biden and Clintons. Okay, anyway.
It's outrageous.
Gampers. Morty, what reason do you think there is for Netflix to push children's shows with suggestive content, including one with a character called Transberry? Are you referring to the thumbnail I saw that Elon Musk canceled his Netflix because they're showing gender shit to little children, programming for gender queer shit? I think
7-year-olds.
Yeah, I think all the people in Hollywood who create this shit are all fucking sick people. They're sick and deviant and perverted, deviant and sick, and they're groomers.
I have a feeling Big Mike was behind it.
That's the fact. A Disney company has employed many of these people who are groomers, and they've been outed and arrested, fired.
Yep,
it's
that
true.
guy from Nickelodeon.
What was that? I don't know that story, but
there's the guy that he did that show with all those young kids, Amanda Bynes and Ariana Grande and all them on there.
Yeah.
He got arrested. He was doing some weird stuff.
Really?
Wow. Feet, little kids with feet or something.
Wow. Yeah, well, the Obama look, just listen to Joan Rivers,
Oh, Dan Schneider, that was his name.
Oh, I don't recall that name. Yeah, Gampers, just listen to Joan Rivers. That Joan Rivers clip
Oh yeah, I
You know,
seen that when
that's
she did that.
It's wiped clean from
Yeah,
the internet. It was on. I did some searching and I found one person on YouTube who has it under a different title. So I found one clip of the Joan Rivers thing on YouTube. Otherwise, when they found it, they just wiped it all off the internet.
I saw that when it went out originally, and I was like, man, she's not joking. Like
No. She knows.
she's not cracking jokes.
No. She
Yeah.
knows. She's in that
And then it
upper
was like
elite.
a
She's
week
in the
later, she's
upper
dead.
elite showbiz, New York City party, black tie, jet set crowd. And she knows these people, and they all know. That's what she said. We all
Yeah, she
know.
said we all know.
It's no big deal. Leave it alone. We all know. Yeah. Of course, they all know. Yeah.
Crazy.
She's. Yeah. But isn't it amazing? That she died soon after in some surgical procedure. I mean, can you say that there was something nefarious about that? I mean, I don't know, but isn't it amazing that the doctor would fuck up when he's doing the surgery on Joan Rivers? I mean, it's just amazing. Yeah.
What a world.
Yeah, absolutely. Back in the 1700s in New England, 1600s, all of these people would be put in public stocks, dunking stools, and be tarred and feathered and hanged.
Yeah, we should bring tar and feathering back.
Tar and feathering, I mean, that was what they did back then. And they put people in dunking stools to see if they were a witch or whatever, and public stocks, and, put them in prison and throw away the key kind of thing. And we kind of need that for some of these people. Well, anyway. Hey, 10 people watching this non-show about nothing.
I see 11.
Thank you all for watching. Oh, let me refresh my screen here.
How many upvotes we got?
Oh, let me.
Oh, I didn't do it yet. I just did number 4. Upvote, you guys.
Yeah, come on, upvote. I mean, 4 upvotes and 10 people watching. It's great.
Yeah, the algorithm works on the upvotes and the comments now. They don't care how many people watch it.
Gampers. It's insane how many of these shows do this. Obama's. Yeah, well, I mean, remember when he was on with that Joe the plumber, where he was explaining, I don't see what's wrong with sharing the wealth. Remember that clip? And then Joe the plumber went public with that, and they destroyed him. The Obamas tried to destroy Joe the plumber. But anyway, so the Obamas are worth well over 100 million, well over it. Where they're not doing any share the wealth. They're not sharing their wealth. Anyway, Gampers, Dr. Bob, many suspect you to be a double agent. Oh, this again. Yeah.
And who? Double agent for who?
One of those channels, I guess. If he is, Gampers, he's very good. Because he's giving no indications of that at all. So he's really good. Yeah.
I'm recording this conversation right now, more.
Oh, okay. Right. Thank you. Dr. Bob, Spy versus Spy. You're the black one. Don't tell Luz. I remember that. That was Mad Magazine.
That magazine was my favorite comic book when I was like junior high.
I like everybody else. As a kid, I bought every issue from like 6, 7 years old. I read every issue or bought up through being a teenager.
I also bought the last page.
I also
page.
I also bought their paperback books that they would issue every once in a while.
Oh yeah, Sergio Aragonés.
That's right. Right. Don Martin. He was my favorite of all the cartoonists. The characters
I liked those little tiny cartoons. All little tiny cartoons they would put in the margins of the page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it was essential. Laughing comedy resource. Essential. Yeah.
I thought they were hysterical.
Yeah.
It was much better than Cracked. Cracked was crap compared to Mad Magazine.
No. Mad Magazine in the 60s era was just pure classic comedy. Yeah. Or humor. Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder who I could sell all of this good information that I'm gleaning off of you in my espionage.
Now, everybody else on these channels is loaded with money, so you can unload this information quickly, easily, and for a big profit.
Just have to package it correctly.
Right. Have you ever sat down and lit up your pipe and thought about how many hours a day you spend on YouTube?
Oh, every day I think about it.
I mean,
I think it's an addiction.
Not to get into specific numbers, but I see you on just all the time.
Yeah.
Essentially,
It's pretty much the phone is plugged in and it's basically on YouTube. I think sometimes I fall asleep and the phone stays on YouTube.
Right.
I wonder if anybody looks at the stats and put me on a list like this guy's on YouTube too much. What's he doing?
Well, I mean that's required because you're deep under covers.
Yeah. I'm trying to dig up the dirt, digging up the dirt.
Right. So you got to be out there, getting the goods on people. Yeah.
It's this weird dog. He's got a bowl of water inside, but he only wants to drink out of the flower pot for some reason.
Have you ever, back in your weed smoking days, you ever smoked while the dog was nearby you, and did you ever notice any effect on the dog?
Yeah, with my old dog, I used to have a Malamute, and someone told me one time, if you want to get the dog high, you blow the smoke in their ears because they have a lot of veins and capillaries in their ears, And we did that sometimes while we were driving, and it definitely made the dog pass out. One time I took my dog to this birthday party at one of my friends' houses, and I spent the night. And then the next day, people were looking for the pound cake. There was this special pound cake that they made. People only ate 2 slices of it, and the whole pound cake was gone. There was just crumbs. And they're like, "Well, who the fuck? Who took the pound cake?" And my dog was on the couch, and then he fell off of the couch, and he went outside to try to pee. And every time he would lift up one leg to pee, he fell over. So he's a male dog, and he squatted and peed like a girl. And then when he came walking back, he walked like a crab, looking sideways. And they're like, "Oh, we know where the pound cake went." And he was tore up for about 24 hours.
Any possibility he actually, if a dog has the capability, that he enjoyed that, or he didn't like that?
I don't think he enjoyed it, but
yeah.
So when you eat too much edibles, luckily it tends to make you mostly just pass out. So he slept for probably 20 hours straight.
Right.
So he probably didn't enjoy it, but he didn't really have to, he didn't get as traumatized as he would have if he'd have stayed awake, I guess.
Yeah. So when he found that pound cake, there was just there was no thinking about, I'm going to eat the whole thing. It was just, get it. Yeah.
He probably didn't even correlate the two. He just probably wondered what's wrong with me, Yeah, but I don't miss it at all. The first couple of months I would see that big husky.
A husky or a Malamute you had?
It was a Malamute, yeah.
Malamute. My next door neighbor had a Malamute, and beautiful.
Hey, look at that. MT85. $20.
1999 super sticker. Wow, thank you, MT85. You've made this is the best thing that's happened to me all year.
Yeah, MT85 is the real spy. This guy, he works for the feds, Morty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's probably got your phone tapped.
Well, yeah. Thank you, MT85. Fantastic. So it's appreciated so much. Yeah, and Malamutes are just fantastic. Loving, big, fluffy.
I had a lot of them.
Very.
The one that I was talking about that got stoned, he was only a half Malamute. His mom ran away at the beach and got knocked up by something.
Yeah, Malamutes, whenever the fire truck would go by with the siren.
Yeah, definitely. Very vocal.
Yeah.
As I heard George Lucas, the noises that Chewbacca makes in Star Wars, I think George Lucas had Malamutes, and that's what he based Chewbacca's vocals on.
Yeah, I mean, you really have to live in a, to be fair to the Malamute, you really have to live in a temperature area. I mean, a climate that they can enjoy. Like
Oh, they go
so.
crazy when you bring them to the snow. They love it.
That's right. That's their thing. And you can't raise one in like South America or something. It's just not fair to the dog.
You have to
Or
get
in
used to
southern states, Mississippi
having
or
hair on
something.
everything.
Right,
Like
right.
you just give up, and plus they're black and white, so it doesn't matter what color clothes you wear. All your
Right.
clothes, you see white hairs on your black clothes, and you see black hairs on your white clothes. And
Yeah. Is MT85 a frequent visitor to the other channels?
yeah, I see him a lot on Nick's,
Nick's channel,
and
yeah.
mhm. He lives in Florida. He raises cattle.
In Florida?
That's what I said. I was like, I didn't think they had cattle in Florida, but apparently you learn something new.
Well, they have orange plantations or ranches in Florida. Obviously,
That's what I was
citrus
thinking.
fruit.
But I've never seen like grassland or but
Well,
I guess they
maybe
have them inland.
I don't know. That's new to maybe in the Panhandle part of Florida. Maybe that's cattle area. I don't know. I never thought of Florida as a cattle place. Maybe
No,
he
he
just has
showed
a
us.
couple. Maybe he just has a couple chickens and one goat.
No, he showed us the cows. He's got like 40 cows or something. He showed us the baby cow last time.
Well, there has to be a dairy industry in Florida.
I think he raises them for meat.
For meat. Well, okay. Yeah. I wonder what area of Florida is suitable for a cattle ranch of any size. Not
Anywhere
Miami.
with a lot of grass, I guess.
Yeah.
I seen he showed his ranch land on stream before, and yeah, there's actually, I guess, what do you call them, pastures out there.
Yeah. Yeah. How about that? So any I know I shouldn't ask this, but any highlight disasters on the other channels of happening in the today? I heard one about I won't mention what it was, but in fact, I take back the question. I don't want to know.
Oh yeah, I thought I told you that last time. Since then, the only thing that happened today was Eddie's got this new friend that he spent 2 years in jail with named Matt, and we had him on the panel, and he couldn't take the heckling from like Jock and everybody, and someone gave him the keys, and he was telling Jock, "I'm gonna ban you," and then I guess he couldn't. You can't ban someone that already has keys.
Right.
So he ended the stream and fucking killed it on everybody.
Oh, way to go. Yeah. MT85. Who knows more spots to give money to?
Well, this is probably the best one here.
I'm speaking completely impartially, MT, and objectively. The Morty's Diner channel is the best place for anyone to donate, give contributions to, give donations to. I mean, quite seriously. I don't understand the concept of giving people who are extremely 6 and 7 figure wealthy, sending all the money to them. It's none of my business, but
yeah, well, you don't give it to Morty.
I'm living in my neighbor's closet,
If you don't want to send it to Morty, there's a lady named Sandy Diva Mandela Effects, and apparently she's pretty poor, and she uses the money to buy her medication and shit like that.
Really? Yeah.
She doesn't have a super chat button though. I think she only gets money through like PayPal or something.
Wow. Yeah. McLobster, Nick has turned on MT. Who's MT?
MT85? Oh yeah,
MT85.
no, they said they're talking about he was gonna ban him or something the other day, but he's not really banned. They're just saying they're gonna ban him. I don't know what that was about.
Wow.
Uzi thinks he's a Fed and he has his phone tapped, so Uzi's a little paranoid.
Oh really? Carrie needs super. Yeah, I heard her a few times. The communist. Yeah. Morty's Diner only offers original. I found a channel yesterday, Bob. I put a couple links to it in my posts page on YouTube. About one was from Thailand. They were from Thailand and I think maybe China, but one was from Thailand. Very rural Thailand, very rural, and where the guy is a chef, and he takes the local animals of the most amazing forms of animal life. I mean, and he butchers them and he cooks them all up in his backyard, and then he invites his fellow villager friends over for a giant feast. And I posted one or two. One was an ostrich. He didn't show the butchering part because he said this is in subtitles. He says I'm not showing that because it's kind of gory, but he showed everything else. And the show before that was a bull penis and bull testicle plate. And and everyone there was just chomping down those bull balls and bull.
I've heard of people eating the balls before, but I've never heard of anybody preparing the actual penis.
Oh, unbelievable! I mean, and they all loved it. These guys, and then he added, the typical Thai spices, chili peppers and stuff. And these guys, they were just gouging out on it like you just couldn't believe. And they said, "Oh, this is delicious! Wow, you did great, chef. This is phenomenal." And I might have posted that one or not, but it's the channel. If you see the ostrich video, and maybe I did post it, but it's that channel. And some of the stuff I didn't want to watch, like most bizarre sea creatures and pigs and all kinds of animals and giant rats and yeah, amazing.
I've had the ostrich before. It wasn't bad, but I didn't really care for it. It looks better than it's going to be. Like, it looks like beef, but it just tastes like a turkey burger.
Yeah, they did that about 20, 30, 40 years ago. The ostrich people tried to make ostrich a supermarket available hamburger meat, and it never really took off. But I mean, if you can eat turkey, why can't you eat ostrich? I mean, I guess you can. Well, of course you can, yeah.
I ate a porcupine once.
That's one of the recipes the guy does too. What does a porcupine taste like?
Well, they didn't tell us what it was when we were eating it. I thought there was chicken. It was like in a stew. We made dumplings out of it. But apparently after we ate it, they told us it was porcupine dumplings.
Wow. Yeah, that's one of the recipes he shows on his channel. Yeah. What's going on here? Let me catch up on the comments. Unc bended me today. Bob. All right. Oh, those feel you better off. All right. All right. McLobster, I've given hundreds and don't even have a wrench. I'm withholding now. Well, there's the Morty's Diner channel who really shows his appreciation for people's generosity and support, Incroyable. All right. Bob no longer. Okay, let's see. Never had a wrench either. Not sure how much I gave either. Empty 85, right?
Is that Jack Nicholson in Gamper's picture?
In Gamper's? I don't know who that picture is. It could be Jack Nicholson, but I think he's fucked up one of the teeth or something. I don't know who it is though. Though it could. You might be right. Apparently, ostrich has less fat, but you eat more of it. Porcupine is good. I've never eaten squirrel or raccoon, but if it was, safely prepared and not rabid meat, I would eat that. I would try it. And I would try many unusual foods, but not the really like.
My uncle blasted the porcupine out of a tree with a .22.
Yeah, I'm not going to eat
huge
chimpanzee. I'm not going to eat chimpanzee.
Huge porcupine.
Primates. That's wrong, and elephants.
When you were in Japan, did you ever try the dolphin meat?
I never heard of dolphin meat ever being available in Japan. Not until later when I saw that movie, The Cove. In fact, most Japanese
that's what they harvest them for us for the meat, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never seen it anywhere. Never heard anyone talk about it.
You got to go somewhere special.
Yeah, I mean, but that movie, did you ever see that, The Cove, about the dolphin hunting?
I didn't watch I know what it is. I didn't watch it, but I've seen clips of it.
Oh, it's
the water turns red.
Absolutely outrageous and disgusting. And anybody watch that? Look up a movie called The Cove. It's about the Japanese rounding up dolphin for slaughter for food. and it's
I
kept
watched the.
very hush hush. I told Nick about it. Nick watched it. He was just totally repulsed by it. Yeah.
I watched this one movie. It was like we call it a mockumentary, kind of like Spinal
Right.
Tap, but instead of a rock band, it was one of those boy bands they have, you know.
Mhm.
And one of the characters, he was like, their fans, they all hate him now because after he quit the band and then he moved to Japan specifically so he could kill dolphins. And it's not real. So
Yeah, I'm absolutely 100% against killing marine creatures like dolphins, elephants, giraffes. You just can't kill these animals. I don't
I've
care if
seen
they get
on
a permit,
National
a legal permit or
Geographic of
not.
somebody slaughtering a hippo before, and the meat on the hippo looked like it would be delicious.
Yeah, look, if everyone's having hippo, normally I would say, well, I'll give it a try, but I don't want to try it. I don't see any reason to kill a hippo for food.
Well, hippos are one of the most dangerous animals. Apparently, they kill more humans than anything.
That's right, right. You ever see that movie with Matthew Broderick and Marlon Brando about where they eat all these rare animals?
Is it the one where it's like a chef and he's preparing meals for people? I think I did see that one.
The beginning of the movie is really clever. Okay, where Matthew Broderick meets Marlon Brando in Little Italy in New York City. And he says, I'll give you $500 to pick up a package for me at the airport and drop it off. And he goes, well, if you don't mind my saying so, sir, I think something stinks. Yeah. And he goes, that was a great scene when they first met. After the first half hour, movie kind of fell apart. But what the hell was that called? Really?
McLobster has an interesting comment.
Let me look this movie up for 1 second. Hold on. Matthew Broderick, Marlon Brando. If no one's seen it, just watch about the first half hour and for when he goes to the airport and drops off. It's called The Freshman, 1990. Let me put that in there. I mean, it's very, very well done and very humorous, but 45 minutes or so into it, then you don't have to finish it. Okay. Real Trumpers eat well. No, I would not eat well. No way. I did see it available in Japan in a restaurant and fish markets, but I would never eat it. Porcupine is good. Okay. Oh, Shot in the Dark, man. Raccoon is good. Yeah. Raccoon. I would eat the raccoon if I knew the person knew how to make it and it was not a rabid animal. I would eat raccoon.
I've seen it. Too. I went to the California County Fair a few years ago, and they had a stand there that served like all kinds of different exotic meats. I think you could get a lion there, and they had a raccoon on the grill, and it did not look appetizing, but it was just like. The head was still on there, all charred up, and all you could see was like sharp, pointy fangs in the mouth. And I was like, "Nah, I'm not eating that."
Well, yeah. Here's what I would do if I happen to be somewhere in the South with Shot in the Dark, and there's a barbecue or whatever restaurant or backyard picnic, and someone's making a raccoon stew or whatever.
I mean, I might try it.
I would say, well, Shot, why don't you try it? Because you know if it's good or not. You know the cuisine, and if he tasted it and said, "Hey, this is good, man." And I would have it,
I've heard squirrel was good. I've never had squirrel. I've heard it was good though. People that eat it say it's
lots of Americans back when would catch a squirrel. That was their food.
I guess the ones in New York are pretty big. The ones out here, I don't think you get much off of them.
They're bulimic. The California squirrels are bulimic, so they keep themselves thin. Yeah. I think there's very little Bob won't eat. Really. Water pig.
Oh well, I won't mention any more about that. But yeah,
right.
I've eaten some things
so you want tar and feather people, but you won't eat hippo. Yeah, I think that's correct. That's correct. That's true. Yeah, this is that movie. It starts off very, very funny. I mean, it's kind of charming, But the story, the plot is after 45 minutes, it falls apart. I had an early 1900s cookbook that has recipes for raccoon and possum and woodcut and you name it. What is woodcut?
I think they woodchuck, maybe.
Woodchuck, maybe. Yeah. Well, people would eat that, and people still do. I've never had rabbit, and I certainly would eat rabbit if it was prepared, properly.
I had rabbit a few times. It's pretty good.
Wood rat. Wood rat.
It's like rabbit. Rabbit's another animal that tastes like chicken, basically.
What about a snake? Would you eat a rattlesnake? Or
I've never had snake. My dad ate a rattlesnake before. He said it was really good, but
yeah, I mean,
up in the woods, and he probably was pretty hungry for fresh meat at the time.
Yeah, I'd probably vomit, but if I was that hungry, I would have to eat it. Do you hear any feedback or anything on my audio, Bob?
No, it sounds good. It's clear.
Because I'm hearing a little of my own feedback, but if no one hears it, it's okay.
Like an echo? Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Yeah, a little echo. Yeah. Does it include seasoning with gunpowder? Right. That's how millions of Americans survived. They'd go out with their .22 rifle and, find a squirrel or a possum and bring it home for dinner. Yeah.
Hey, AD's awake again.
The most common ingredient is pork fat, studded in all of that lean gamey meat. AD never called me, man. Can't fall asleep. Come on the panel. Don't get asleep. Yeah.
What's wrong, Patrick? Did you have too much coffee before bed today?
Yeah. Maybe he's got too much on his mind. Plus too much coffee. Anybody can come on the panel, talk about anything.
Or nothing.
For the most part. Or even better, talk about nothing, right? Does MTA 85 ever go on the panel anywhere?
Yeah, he came on the panel a lot with me over on Nick's channel. Yeah.
Well, everyone's welcome to join the panel here. Aliens, panelists, and donations are all welcome. Yeah.
So how far do you hike? You said you're going to go for a hike tomorrow?
I'll be out about 4 or 5 hours. It's a slow-paced hike, but I'll be out in the woods.
Maybe a few miles in.
It probably comes down to 3 to 4 miles. Yeah.
That's pretty decent.
And when I did that last Sunday, I was out like 5 or 6 hours that day. And then the next morning I woke up, I felt so good. It was just fantastic. All that sunshine and activity. I rarely get out of my chair, as you know, so it was great. AD, I'm in bed, was hoping the smooth sounds of Morty and Bob would lull me off to sleep. Nope. Hey,
sorry, we'll try harder.
Right. Too late for me. I'm on the East Coast. Can't sleep. Okay, maybe another time, MT85. No problem. 2 days ago, I think. I don't appear on the Dungeon channel because
those people.
For many obvious reasons. Okay, but I'll click on it to see what's going on. A few minutes here and there. And a couple days ago, Easy Company was hosting the show, and he was on by himself. He didn't have a panelist at the time. And he started, when I clicked on, he was going after Jax, saying some really terrible things.
I think he had just been kicked off of the other channel for
really terrible
that exact same purpose. So I guess he started up another stream and
it
continue his rant.
Yeah, and the things he was saying, it was not the first time I've heard YouTubers say the same things on other channels. Okay. Anyway, so I typed in a comment like, hey, that's not nice, man. Clean up your act or whatever I said. And apparently he got into a lot of trouble for attacking Jax like that with just vicious comments. I have no idea what motivated Easy to go after Jax. No idea at all.
I
But
don't know either, but I've heard that he may have been under orders from somebody else.
I heard that. I don't know anything about the backstory, but I heard that. Yeah. On another channel, I heard that. Yeah.
I
Anything's
heard that
possible.
he was drunk and he stepped on his dog apparently during that stream
Oh,
too.
that's like that scene in Sopranos where Christopher, he's drunk or he's high on heroin and he sits down on his girlfriend's dog and kills it, squashes it to death.
Terrible.
Remember that in The Sopranos?
I've never watched The Sopranos.
Oh, really? No.
That never watched Game of Thrones either.
I've never seen Game of Thrones. I've never seen Wired. Last night I saw the first episode of 24. I did watch quite a bit of Boardwalk Empire because I'm very familiar and I've read tons about that era of gangsterism in the 20s and 30s, and I like the way they the set decoration and the costuming and all that. It was really, and the music and all that. Yeah, I kind of wish I was around back then in the 20s and 30s than now, to tell you the truth. But I know there was no air conditioning.
Stopped watching most all television in the last decade or so.
Right. Gampers, Morty, what special gear do you wear during one of these hikes? Oh, these are very, very casual, and the weather tomorrow is going to be like upper 50s. So I just wear regular clothes and some really comfortable hiking sneakers, or hiking sneaker-like hiking shoes.
Do you wear any kind of special headgear?
No. I don't need walking poles or anything. It's just very casual walking, but it's out in the woods, on paths, trails, and it's not like going up a mountain kind of thing where you need walking poles and actual hiking boots and stuff. Campers, Jax, pop on and explain Easy's enmity. That's a dictionary word, Gampers. And Easy's enmity towards you, man. Yeah, Jax is always welcome on this show. For the longest time, he appeared here a lot. Now he goes on the Watch Nicholas Network a lot. Whatever, yeah. AD, Mac Lobster, it's weird, that donor thing. You give and give expecting nothing in return, but eventually you start feeling used. Yeah, you feel cheap and violated. Yeah. Yeah, AD, why give, then you just get thrown under the bus? I understand that sentiment, yeah.
Yeah, I used to throw Morty a couple bucks now and then, but now I just hop on the panel.
Right. Well, there's all ways of supporting someone's show. Being on the panel, chatting in the comments, contributing super chats and whatever. So, or just giving a thumbs up, or just coming on and insulting and spreading lies and hate and viciousness. There's all ways of supporting the channel, Oh, and racism and all that. Yeah. Right.
So can we expect a clip show out of you sometime, or is that just...
I'll tell you, Bob, I've got one all prepared. As I prepared it, it was all ready to go 2 weeks ago. I was going to kick it off around.
And these are like real clips off of old shows, not AI slop.
No. I don't do anything with AI. Nothing. I don't use it for writing emails or letters or memes or... I know how to write a sentence, and I have the imagination. I guess there's a lot of great things about it, but I've never ever used it. And I feel like people have been around for millions of years, and everybody's got people have succeeded fine. So, Yeah,
I watched this one guy that does a small YouTube channel, but his real job, he's an English professor, and apparently, like 85 to 90% of his students now, they all turn in AI papers.
I'd give them an F, every one of them. Yeah. AD, that never happens though. I was right. Okay. Right. MT. I think eventually people find a channel that they like that treats them fair. That would be the hope, anyways. Well, this channel is one of those channels. That's why we only get 12 viewers and
13 now.
and 100 pesos per show. Right.
You might get 300 pesos.
Well, today, let me see. We got 100, 150, 150 pesos, and $20 from MT85. So tonight is Super Show. Super Show tonight. Right. Okay. McLops. Yeah, I don't expect anything, Patrick, but a little reciprocation is nice. Some broke-ass creeps with wrenches over there. Well, talk to the management. I can't help you about that. I don't participate on many of the other channels anymore. Yeah, for certain reasons. Yeah. Which I'll delve into with great detail. For thousands of dollars of super chats, I'll reveal everything about stories and scandals and
everything
animals
has a
and
price.
Stories and all the backstage stuff that goes on over the years. Yeah.
You've been here for years. You probably know a lot.
Yeah, I know a bit, but there are people who are really in daily contact on the phone and texting back and forth about this and that and plotting and planning and making up stories and scenarios and
the real spies, the guys that'll send clips and timestamps.
The real instigators. They're the instigators. Yeah. Maybe that's the best you can hope for. Creators tend to piss on donors for short-term drama. I never do.
I brought a new guy on board that I found in another chat. He's like a cross between Uzi and Easy Company.
Uzi and Easy Company. Wow, what a combination.
It's like the worst of both of those guys mashed together.
Wow. AD never calling. Well, I liked listening to Easy Company. I've said something like this about a couple days ago. I found him very amusing when he was on the Nick channel talking in his
before he gets too far into the bottle.
But when he gets too drunk, then he gets nasty, and it's not good. When he's only a little tipsy, he's very funny. It's like Watch Reporter. I find him very funny, except when he goes too far, and then it's like, all right, no, it's no good anymore. Right. It seems the guys that are there every day that never give always stay clear of attacks. Gampers. Morty, what needs to happen for you to appear on one of those channels again?
$1,000.
Well, no. I mean, on certain of those channels, I would never appear. Never. It's not a money issue. As was revealed against my wishes a few days ago, I come from generational wealth. So, the cat's out of the bag. But some channels I would consider going back under some conditions, but for the present time, no, I don't see that happening.
You still get along with Doc's Report?
Yeah, I get along fine. I look at his channel when he does a show sometimes, and yeah, I mean, he says every one of my shows is the same. I haven't changed in 7 years, and I'm not picking on him, but literally every one of his shows is the same. And here's the example, the illustration. He does the introduction, welcome to the channel, integrity, creativity, discipline, whatever. He does the weather. He shows the golf course. He tells about going to Wawa for his morning coffee and a breakfast sandwich or whatever. He tells the fitness center story. He shows the golf course for 2 hours with maybe there's a golf cart, a player going by. Okay. He might tell a story about a new acquisition, like a knife or a flashlight or a new tool. And then he'll talk about Archie or the Archie characters for a while. And it might be Whiskey A Go-Go or not. And then he has the alien ET content, whatever it's called, alien stuff. And that's it. Every show is, and then maybe some spiritual content. And that's every show, exactly the same. Which is nothing wrong with that at all. Every Johnny Carson show for 30 years was exactly the same. I mean, the guests were different, but the format was ironclad, 100% the same.
Come out, do the golf swing,
I mean, Ed
put on a
Sullivan, every
turban,
episode
do
was
some
exactly the same, and that
future
one.
telling.
Yeah, I mean,
Johnny was great.
Gunsmoke, every episode's the same. Seinfeld, every episode's the same in format. So there's nothing wrong with every episode being the same. But
Leadership, discipline, diligence, integrity, civility.
Right. What sort of conditions? Guest restrictions, behavioral constraints, topic censoring? Well, campers, nothing I want to get into on tonight's show about nothing, non-show.
Hey,
AD, fool me once,
Argentinian pesos
shame
are
on
packing
me.
up.
Fool me twice, don't mess with Texas. GW, right, okay. GD's got it. Leadership, discipline, diligence, integrity, civility. I think he could add in there, and 100 sit-ups a day, and 100 push-ups a day. Whatever. He does 75 push-ups or something. I don't know.
All in a row?
I haven't done a push-up in since my 20s. Yeah.
The other day, they were paying Eddie to do push-ups and sit-ups on stream, and they offered to give him $1 for every one he could do inside of 1 minute. And he gave up after like 40 seconds. He couldn't even keep going.
Right. Well, if you're not used to it, it's tough. Yeah. GD from Argentina, channel member, 100 Argentinian pesos. Leadership, discipline, diligence, integrity, civility. Thank you for that, GD. AD never calling, who can't sleep. AD never sleeping. $2.99 super sticker. Thank you for the support. Channel support, GD and AD. GD again, 100 pesos. Friend to no one, friendly to most. Civil to all. Wow.
That sounds like Doc support.
That's Doc's, right? He says friend to no one, friendly to... Well, this is a little different. I think he says friend to no one, friendly to all, but here it's been updated. Friend to no one, friendly to most, civil to all. Is he really civil to all? There are examples where he's not been civil, but he's only human like the rest of us. AD never calling. Another $2.99 super sticker. Thank you very much, AD. That's fantastic. Can't be food again. Fooled, right? GD, another 100. Wow, he's firing at will tonight. Another 100 pesos. Thank you very much for the support, GD. Campers. Okay, folks, you heard it here first. Morty refused to get into specifics. Yeah, I'll tell you why, Campers, because there's nothing at all for me there's nothing at all to be gained for me talking about that topic on the show. Nothing. Because it'll just be twisted around and, by those people. But I'm a reasonable man, like Don Corleone said at that meeting with the Turk and Sonny, and I'm a reasonable man, and since your business doesn't interfere with my business, I wish you good luck and best wishes on your new venture. Whatever that scene was, which was just beautifully done. Wow. Is that what he said? You're right, MT85. Mac Lobster, $5 super sticker. Thank you, Mac Lobster, for the channel support. Thank you very much.
He's a nice guy for a crustacean.
You're right. Why is he Mac Lobster and not Mac Lobster? Is it a New England accent?
Maybe like chowder.
Chowder, McLobster. Yeah.
I was talking to Jax the other day, and he was saying he'd like to go visit villages in Florida so that he could sit out there at the end of the golf course and just drive golf balls at Doc's greenhouse over there while he's streaming.
Well, yeah. I mean, that would be a long drive, Ohio to Central Florida, but It's doable. I've driven Atlanta. Well, I've driven back in the day. I drove lots, but yeah. Um, AD. I think it's rather obvious, Scampers. He got fucked over. Just one man's opinion. Who got fucked over? AD.
I think they're talking about you.
Me. Well, I have a lot I can say about it, but $2,000 and $2,500, I would talk about
Spill
it.
the
Other than
beans.
that,
Spill the beans, Morty.
yeah. Otherwise, there's just no point, But I have a lot I could say. That's not negative. That also would be quite positive, but I'm not going to get into it. Yeah. GD, another 100 pesos. Who are these people on this YouTube? You ever see any videos on YouTube, Bob, about the things in Argentina, like the beaches or just cultural attractions, or
I've seen people driving through the desert up on the Atacama, and there's those giant petroglyph pictures of spiders and shit on the floor.
I've seen a lot of videos about the people out on the beaches, and it's actually if you remove any of the politics.
I see a lot of videos about Germans that moved there in the 40s.
Germans, of course, yeah. But I mean, as a country, it's an absolutely beautiful country with great beaches and beautiful. If you don't focus on the politics and the Nazi thing, Argentina.
I think I saw a video about they were rolling the world's longest cigar to get in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh, really? In Argentina? Really?
Yeah, I don't think it still holds the record, but they've got a giant cigar, probably I've 80
met,
foot long.
I remember meeting one woman, from young 20-something girl from Argentina. She was absolutely stunning. Long black hair, and absolutely stunning. Offhand, I don't recall meeting any other Argentinians, though I must have, I'm sure I have, but I just don't recall.
I worked with one guy from Argentina. His name's Andre.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sure I have. I just don't recall. Yeah. AD Never Calling. Another $2.99 super sticker. Thank you for the channel support, AD Never Calling. Okay. Yeah, who are these people, GD? I always ask that. Who are these people on this YouTube? Right. Some people keep going back for more pain. Others just move on with self-dignity. That's a correct assessment, MT85. There are many examples, of course, of both, but fewer of the latter part of your comment. GD is on fire tonight. Another 100 pesos. Who calls people a hermaphrodite? Exactly. Well, that goes back several years, but yeah, who the hell calls people a hermaphrodite? Amazing. I don't believe Mac Lobster is a bottom feeder. Yeah. Do you like lobster? I haven't eaten lobster in decades.
I like lobster. I like crab better, but lobster is a lot easier to eat.
I've eaten crab more recently and more often than lobster, but I wouldn't be against eating lobster. But I haven't had it in maybe since the 80s. It's just not something I seek when I go out for food, to eat in a restaurant or get at the supermarket. Yeah. I
bought a couple at the supermarket the last couple of years and experimented with the air fryer. And come out pretty good, but I like crab. Just tastes better to me.
Right. I like the imitation crab meat, which is
the pollock.
Yeah, it's usually made of pollock, and then they color it, with that crab red orange color. And they put in a lot of sugar and artificial stuff, but I like it. It's tasty,
Mm-hmm. I like the soft shell crab sushi that they make. The fried crab shell.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
Yeah.
The spider roll.
Right. Yeah. McLobster. I am an ass man, but I don't like the evil nastiness in the trenches. Well, correct.
It's a Steinfeld reference there.
Yeah, ass man. That was a classic. GD, another 100 pesos. Wow, this is a world record here. It's destroyed the mind of an entire American generation. Well, I stick by that comment I made years ago. It's absolutely true. Look at the decay of American society, over the last several decades. It's completely disconnected from American life in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s. It's Men or women, women or men. You can't even say what a woman is, or you get fired.
I think it's all been engineered. That's why they named my generation Generation X was like going to be the last
Yeah,
regular generation.
it's all been plotted and planned out a long time ago for the destruction of the country. It's true. And you got an entire generation or two of useful idiots who were the most gullible, low intelligent, low IQ people ever in American history. It's incredible. Yeah. Right.
I
Like
noticed that
TW says, you're fucked. You probably got
Yep.
6 months to live. Right. Exactly. You know, that's not a
Not that
bad
lucky.
clip. The one where TW goes, you're fucked. What are you going to do? You're fucked. Yeah. That clip is okay.
I noticed that the literacy rate really fell off after the end of the 90s. Like, so many people graduate from high school that can't barely fucking read a lick.
I can't read, can't write. Well, they were teaching in English classes, the run by the Democrat teachers unions. It's not important to correct grammar or sentence structure. It's if they can communicate a thought, then that's enough. Okay, and then
But they have to have a thought before they can.
Then when they write a
it.
letter to look for a job, attaching to a resume, they can't even write a letter, or they get hired and they can't type a letter out in their office, and they get fired. So it's just whatever. Lots of blonde folks wandering around Buenos Aires. They also think
and a lot
they
of
have
Italian descent people.
Yeah. There was back in the 90s, there was a kids show on TV in Los Angeles that starred a Brazilian or an Argentinian young blonde lady, very cute, really tight body. And she was a gigantic superstar in South America. And her name was Xuxa, or Jusha. GD might know who that was. And it was a kids show. And they tried to see if she could get a success going here in the U.S., which it didn't work. But she was on TV. She had that kid, so Xuxa, Xuxa, I think was her name.
Was she like another Charo?
No. She had short blonde hair and very cute. And she was a singer, TV hostess kind of thing. And totally, not offensive at all by any way. But it didn't click here. But apparently in Argentina, where she's from, or Brazil, or South America, she's a huge star, certainly back then.
Stay away from those Buc-ee's Nuggets AD. They're full of chemicals. They're terrible.
Oh, yeah. I looked up Buc-ee's foods on different websites to find the ingredients on all those snacks. And the snack ingredients are absolutely horrendous.
The ingredients is diabetes.
Absolutely horrendous chemical cheap shit ingredients, as good as those things might taste.
Now, if you get barbecue is pretty good, though.
Like, a prime rib sandwich barbecue sandwich, or it might be pretty good, but those packaged snack items, the ingredients are just awful. Yeah. GD, another 100 pesos. People's brains are completely fried. Well, that's true, right. I don't know if it's due to alcoholism, drug addiction, mass hysteria, sociopathy, psychopathy. What's wrong with these people? Well, I stand by that statement. It's absolutely true. It is true, completely.
Are these all Morty's quotes that
These are all Morty quotes from years ago, right? Those other channels, they play my stuff, They know I don't want them to, but they play it because, it's the Viscountness, And
I've been playing that clip of you rapping lately. That doesn't upset you.
Yeah, it's the sadistic, domineering personality defects they have, certain people have, and what they've been playing. What did you say, Bob?
I've been playing a clip they have of you rapping, I think with this maybe.
Oh, really?
Eat that ass or something. I find it amusing.
Well, my opinion about that is make up your own clips. Why steal somebody else? Why use somebody else's clips? Make up your, if whoever the channel host is, make up your own clips.
I uploaded a couple of my own clips.
Yeah, make up your own songs. I
can't play them over and over again.
Why do people take material from other channels and make them into clips? It's because they can't do it themselves. Or it's easier just to, make a copy of somebody else's stuff and fuck around with it and make a clip.
Some people built entire channels off of other people's
That's
content.
correct. That's correct. Well, we all know. We all talked about that enough. Yeah. McLobster. I just come for entertainment, not people telling others to write. Exactly right. It's incredible. I agree 100%. AD lived up in New England a long, long time. He knows about fresh Maine lobsters and stuff. I used to buy lobster off the boats when I lived in Rhode Island. Well, now you're talking. That's the real stuff.
I think you just find a rope dangling out the ocean and you could pull up a whole trap full of lobsters.
Yeah, he would pull. AD would pull up other people's lobster pots and illegally steal their catches, and the police never found him. So yeah. Gampers, no lobster since the 80s. What's the summer without lobster roll? Jeez. I really don't think I've had any lobster. Maybe in Japan I had some lobster rolls, but I really don't order lobster anymore. But if it was a first class restaurant, look, if other people are having it, I'd have it too. But it's not something I primarily would order. Fresh from Maine, right? People drink less now than they did 100 years ago. Drink less what?
True.
Alcohol?
Yeah, I heard alcohol consumption is at an all-time low.
Really? And what's that attributed to? I would think beer and wine.
Kids are all smoking weed now.
Because it's all going
weed
the other
doing ketamine.
The weed, yeah. Also, the quality of stuff being drunk now is way different. Back 100 plus years ago, or in certain parts of the country, 50 years ago plus. I mean, moonshine and the whiskey was really just cheap shit. You just buy it at their local country store and it's just cheap, or literally moonshine,
My aunt brought back a bottle of moonshine in a plastic water bottle that she bought on the side of the highway in Romania. She smuggled it back into the country and she let us try it out. The worst fucking whiskey I've ever had in my life.
It could be dangerous. You don't know how contaminated it could be.
Tasted
moonshine can be very contaminated and deadly if the people making
bad.
it. Yeah.
It was like a turpentine strained through an old dirty gym sock or something.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, 100 years ago, there was, high quality bottled stuff that people would certainly buy at real restaurants and clubs, bars. But yeah, okay. GD, 100 pesos again. What drugs are they taking to disorient their neural synapses? All kinds of drugs. Hey, I watched a video, police videos earlier today, I think, from Arkansas State Police. These Arkansas State Police troopers, these guys are badass. Every video I watched about them, these guys are really outstanding. So this trooper pulls over a car for crossing over the divider line, okay, and swerving a little bit. So he pulled him over and he's driving a Jeep, whatever it's called. And he says, I'm heading over to Oklahoma. I'm just coming back from Oklahoma, back to Arkansas. I was looking for a job, I'm heading back. And the cop keeps talking to him in such a friendly country manner, in a Cracker Barrel kind of manner, and the guy keeps talking about himself. And he notices in the back of his Jeep, there's this huge duffel bag. And so the cop says to him, for a 3-day trip to Oklahoma looking for a job, that's a pretty big bag you got there. So he's immediately suspecting it's packed with drugs. He's a drug runner. So he goes, well, I brought some stuff. That's the only bag I had, So he's talking to him, and then he tells him point blank, would you let me search the car? He goes, why do you want to search? He goes, well, look, I've been at this job for 10 years. I didn't just, start yesterday. I think you got drugs in that bag. I think you're carrying drugs in the car. I think you're running drugs. And he goes, well, I don't see why you want to search. So he goes, I'll tell you what, have a seat in my car. I'm going to call in for a canine officer and we're going to do a dog search. He's going to sniff the car. And if he alerts us, we're going to open the car and look. And if he doesn't, then go on and enjoy your day. So anyway, the dog alerts, that he smells something. They open up the trunk, the back. They open up the bag. He's got $4 million of methamphetamine in that bag. Just bundled
Terrible.
up. All these bundles, tightly wrapped bundles. Methamphetamine and fentanyl.
Wow.
And then in the front seat, he's got $100 of marijuana. Just his personal use marijuana, valued at $100, which was nothing,
Get him.
Oh, what a bust. Unbelievable. And it was bad because the guy, he seemed like a really nice guy, but
Yeah,
he
seemed like
fucked up. He got caught. He was bad driving, That was enough to get pulled over. But the cop was outstanding. There's another video of a state trooper in Arkansas who's a woman, and she's built like a football player, okay? And she knows how to, what's that called when they push the police car and into the other car to run off
the pit maneuver.
Pit maneuver. And she's a master of the pit maneuver. And she's like police officer of the year in Arkansas a couple of years ago. And she's huge and she's fierce. And she's a rarity when you say women shouldn't be police officers because they're too small, they're not powerful enough, they're not strong enough, they're not intimidating enough. This woman, no question about it, qualified. And I was watching a few videos featuring her. She's unbelievable, and absolutely phenomenal cop. And that's an Arkansas State Police trooper. Just amazing. Yeah, anyway. It's prescription drugs. What's incredible is how many people are taking serious psychoactive substances. Take a poll, Morty. All right, who in this audience is on serious psychoactive substances? Put a 1. If you're on serious psychoactive substances, I'll put a 1 for myself.
Nicotine and caffeine.
Yeah, nicotine, caffeine, benzos, all kinds of psychoactive substances. I'll put a 1, multiple 1s for myself. There we go. Yeah, hey, Bart, I saw that story. All the Antifa and lunatics here in Portland to protest all the ICE arrests, and the National Guard coming in and all that. They've called an emergency naked bike ride this summer in Portland. Every summer they have a naked bike ride through Portland.
Oh, it's a summer every day thing. I was going to say
the ugliest they/thems riding bicycles nude through Portland.
I thought it was a new one-off. I was going to say that's some kind
they do it every
weird
summer.
Protest thing.
But now they called an emergency naked bike ride in Portland to call attention to all these great government law enforcement officers, doing their
That's
duty.
even crazier than California. And they do the beta breakers out here, and some people do it naked, but it's not like mandatory that everybody has to be naked.
Oh yeah, no, they go through downtown in some areas. See, if I were the police chief or the mayor, I would say, you want to do it? You can go out to way out in the suburbs and do it. You're not doing it in my city. Anyone who does it will be arrested on the spot for breaking public indecency law. Of course, the police chief like that would get fired on day 1, so you can't do that.
There's been some terrible bicycle seats out in Portland.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Now people buying farts in jars. Luckily I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, there's a nice video on YouTube about a girl. She sells them on eBay.
Oh, I saw that.
No, I saw the one that she was buying them, but there's another girl that's
she was selling
one
of these OnlyFans.
Yeah, she made a lot of money.
Yeah, I know her name. It sounds like Almondine, like string beans Almondine or something like that. Watch Nicholas knows her name because we talked about it on his show, where he talked about it. It sounds like almond or something. I can't remember, but yeah, I remember that. Xuxa. Okay, Xuxa's Brazilian. GD knows her. All right. That was in the 90s. Yeah. And yeah, she's a blonde, white, blue eyes, master race kind of looking in Brazil. And superstar in the 90s in Latin America. Yeah. AD, I stopped at Buc-ee's yesterday. It was much better than the prison yard boss's satire. Beaver Nuggets, baby. Why do you watch that stuff, AD? Why even look at it? I don't. It's whatever. Everyone has their choices. AD, it's basically Captain Crunch, Beaver Nuggets. Yeah, but read the ingredients if you want. No, I haven't read the box of Captain Crunch ingredients either, so they're probably just as bad. Yeah. Buc-ee's, right? For gas station food, it isn't terrible. Okay.
Yeah, I don't watch those people too much anymore either. I turned it on today just for like 5 seconds, and all I heard them was talking about me, so I just turned it off.
No, all you hear is cock talk. Sucking cock. Cock, sucking cock. Face blasting, sucking cock. That's all it is. If you wrote down, if you counted how many times they mentioned cock, cum, face blasting, jizzing, it's just nonstop. Because it's all projection of their innermost fantasies and desires. It's so obvious. And their personal lifestyles. It's just obvious. Yeah.
I agree with you.
T85. Right. Okay. Is a beaver? No, I don't think so. Right. I could use a vape THC pen for anxiety. So I gave mine away, MT85. But, yeah. AD's talkative tonight. Let's see. All right, Ocala, they're branching out everywhere. We got to get Docs to report from his new Buc-ee's. Oh, if they open up Buc-ee's in Florida, Doc will have a big conflict, a big dilemma. Should he frequent Wawa or switch loyalty over to Buc-ee's? That'd be big.
I want to visit Buc-ee's. We don't got none of them on the West Coast.
Yeah, I mean, I have no plans to go back to Texas, but if I ever flew into DFW Airport, short ride would get me to a Buc-ee's in Fort Worth or Dallas or somewhere, some country town. So. AD Never Calling. Arkansas trooper story. My 20-year-old daughter was driving back to Ole Miss and was stopped going 90. Didn't arrest her, and when she called the court, had no knowledge of the ticket. Oh, and when she called the court, they had no knowledge of the ticket. Wow. Oh, okay. The real story is that China is destroying our country with fentanyl. Not sure why there isn't more talk about it. Right. I saw a story headline that Trump is preparing to invade Venezuela, seize all ports, and to fight and arrest the drug dealers, the drug lords.
Yeah, apparently the president over there is like the head of all of the cartel.
Yeah, he's intimately tied in with the drug dealers, cartels in Venezuela. And so maybe Trump would not only seize the ships and seize the port, but arrest the president, which would be one hell of a story.
As $1 million bounty on his head or something like that.
Now that's a big story if that happens. But at Trump, his office said that each one of those drug boats of the 4 that he's blown up, each one of them, when they arrive in America and the drugs get out, is responsible for killing 25,000 Americans. Now, let's say that really is true, which it certainly could be. Okay, and he's knocked out 4 of those boats. He's saved 100,000 American lives from death and suffering. And if the president of Venezuela is sponsoring that, well, case closed,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. AD, I just think he didn't want to take her in. Oh, what? They have to arrest you when you're going... Oh, the girl, right, the daughter. They have to arrest you when you're going that fast. It was a back road. Well, why was your daughter going 90? That's not good to do, Women always get off. Well,
Yeah, I was pulled over for going 120 and I got arrested.
The fastest I've ever driven was 84, and I was freaking out. My car was rattling and shaking, and Yeah, it was really panicky
I had to
situation.
use the bathroom really bad, and I was kind of drunk.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I was driving, a car built for that, like a Porsche or maybe going 84, or a Mercedes sedan, the 84 would probably be nothing. But the car I was driving was really rattling and shaking, and it was really bad. AD, I know these two hot ladies that were speeding and stoned. They did a 180 and were facing traffic. Cops took pictures with them and let them off. Wow. Bob, I heard you got proof of your birth. What's that about?
Oh yeah, that's why I was went into the city yesterday. I had to get my birth certificate.
Oh, I see. Right. Was that just routine, or was there any problems? Or?
No, it was really easy. They pulled it right up. Only took like 10 minutes.
Right. Ah, I see. Right, AD. Okay. McLobster, I've heard that the low estimate is 100,000 fentanyl deaths a year. Well, you see, if you look at it in terms of this is war, those are war statistics. If you send troops overseas in a war and 100,000 soldiers are getting killed, I mean, this is absolute war. So Trump is absolutely correct in what he's doing, if he's going to do that. Does that make sense? I think it does.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, if someone's responsible for killing 100,000 plus Americans, specifically by sending drugs here of that nature, then that's okay. Of course, there's talk about that, McLobster. That's also why Trump wants to get Venezuela, because China is cozying up to them in their time of need. I don't see much press about it, and I read a lot. Well, who knows if that's going to happen? But I think it sounds right. Of course, the Democrats will go absolutely apeshit if he did that to do a military action in Venezuela. Schumer and all those AOC retards will go absolutely, and the View retards, they'll all go apeshit.
Yeah, but it was fine when Obama was sending drones and blowing all those people up.
Right. Exactly right. Obama killed more people with his drones than any president, more children and families, with his drone attacks. But that's okay because he was Obama. AD, it's all ICE news now. Border Patrol has been ceasing a lot lately. In terms of law enforcement, uniforms, I think the Border Patrol has a really good-looking uniform. It's the green colored, like the dark green colored pants and shirt.
Yeah, I had a friend who went out.
Yeah, it's not like
years ago and got a job there.
It's not like the police blue, or some states have a blue
uniform
looks like a
park ranger
with a red stripe or stripe in the pants, or sheriff's departments have that khaki brown tan color uniform. The Border Patrol uniform is pretty cool looking. The green,
like a park ranger there.
Yeah. Right. 16 people watching. Wow, this is sensational. Thanks, everybody. We got 14 interested viewers and 2 lurkers out there. So terrific. Thank you.
Probably
thank you for the channel support, everybody, tonight. Really appreciate it. Not getting any of the $500 super chats, but you never know. Well, on this channel. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Right. 7 thumbs up. Come on, folks. Help the channel survive. Hit those thumbs up, won't you? Okay. Yeah. So, you ever been to Florida, Bob?
No.
I did hear you. Yeah, I did hear you briefly on one of those channels, and you were talking with Easy Company. I think it was Easy. Yeah, it was Easy Company. And you said you were part Kazakhstani, or from your family was partly from Kazakhstan. And
yeah, my grandpa.
If I heard it right, Easy said, what, where?
He's supposed to teach his English, but he doesn't know geography very well.
Said, there's no such place.
Yeah, I know.
And he said, I'm an English teacher, I know these things, and there's no such place as Kazakhstan. It's like, what? Of course there
He
is.
probably drank it out of his brain.
That's right. There it is. Yeah. I've watched videos about Kazakhstan and all the Stan countries. The most interesting of all of those, I can't say the most, but one of the most interesting of all the countries in that part of Central Asia, I guess, is Turkmenistan. And wow, it's kind of like a North Korea light, okay? And the leaders of Turkmenistan are all flipped out autocrats, dictatorial, total tyrants, but very, very strange things they do. And if anybody's really interested, just look up Turkmenistan videos on YouTube about the president, the previous president. Why everything is white. You can only buy a white car.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, every building is made of white.
They've got really weird architecture there.
Yeah, everything is white. White cars are only allowed. You can't buy any other color. There's the guy who was the president before. His name was Turkmenbashi, and one of these really just he went nuts as president, and the things he wrote a book everybody had to buy and read, and he changed days of the weeks to different names, and I mean, it's just unbelievable. Turkmenistan, check it out.
I always figured if I got to be the dictator of the country, I would make everybody wear the exact same outfit. And it would be a onesie that only had one pocket in the front with a zipper.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
Same color for everybody. No choice.
Yep. Same color.
What color would be the required color?
I think green.
Green. Okay. Everybody has to wear the same green. And will you allow individual hairstyles, or there's only one choice?
Well, now I didn't really think of that, but now that you say it, I probably
North Korea has
choice.
like 10 choices.
Yeah.
And you have to choose from that chart of 10 choices.
That's else. Too many. I think I'd go with 3 choices, but they'd all
2 for men,
the same.
2 for women. That's it. Yeah. Just make it simple. Give me a number 1 or a number 2. That's it. Okay, let me catch up on the comments here. I think. Crappy. What was it that OC said about having some good listeners? He said, "I'd rather have 15." I'm paraphrasing. He said, "I'd rather have 15 quality listeners than 100 low IQ rejects," or something like that. And here we have 16 high quality viewers. Well, 2 of them are lurkers and 14 high quality viewers. So fantastic. MT85 $9.99 super chat. Thank you very much, MT85, for your support. Relaxed format worked. See ya, Bob.
I guess we put him to
good
sleep.
night, MT85. Thanks very much for hanging out on the chat.
Come on the panel anytime you like. Now we just got to get Patrick to fall asleep.
Tickle My Talk is joined. Hey, man. Easy stopped learning when it was still called the USSR. Yeah, I can't believe I never heard of the country Kazakhstan. Yeah.
It's famous. That's where the whole Russian space program is based out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a country, so, yeah. Kazakhstani people, you would know more than I, but some of them have, of the native Kazakh people, they have a Asian style.
And they all look half Russian and half Chinese.
Yeah, they're mixed. They have a certain Asian look, not heavily pronounced like Chinese or Japanese, but they have an attractive Asian look on their face with the eyes and features. And I've seen videos of Kazakhstan, the women, and many very, very good looking. Yeah. But is Kazakhstan a Muslim country, or?
I think it's mixed, I think, but probably a good portion of them are Muslim.
Yeah, I don't know. Sure. Yeah. I mean, is it all Muslim, like Turkey or
I don't think all of them.
or something? Yeah. Okay. Good night, MT85. All the stands are trouble. Well, some are more trouble than others, that's for sure. Yeah. I'll start with was Kazakhstan the country he was making fun of in Borat?
That was supposed to be the country he was making fun of, but that was all filmed in Romania. People didn't even look Kazakh.
Right. AD. Don't you think Putin should have made Kalashnikov an oligarch for his AK design? He made nothing off that other than being a gold hero. Well, that's for the commies to get into. I don't know the details there. Folk hero. Do you have a AK, or have you planned to get one? Or
I used to have one.
oh,
I
really?
sold it.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's good to have for when it hits the fan.
Yeah, I liked having it, but I traded up, got a 30-06 instead.
Ah, right.
30-06 is God's caliber.
Well, they say that about the 45 as well, but you can't go wrong with 30-06. I mean, yeah. So that was the caliber for the M1 Garand. That was correct, right?
I always wanted the Garand. I might get one still one day.
Well, I shot that in Las Vegas at that Battlefield Vegas place, World War II M1 Garand, which is 30-06, and that rifle is so heavy. I was absolutely astonished or surprised when I picked it up how heavy that rifle was. I can't imagine having to land at D-Day and carrying it all across France to get to Germany. But I guess by that time
huge advantage over the bolt action back then.
You've built up so much strength that the 12 pounds doesn't get that heavy. By the time you've reached Paris, it doesn't feel 12 pounds or 14 pounds.
Get the BAR guy. That's like a 20-pound rifle.
Yeah,
you got to carry 60 pounds of ammo with you.
Well, often they'd have a second soldier carrying all the ammo for the BAR. You know, backup ammo, extra, whatever, besides what the guy could carry in his belt. You know, in his gun belt, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, ammo.
But they had standards for the military back then. It's not like it is now.
You can't have they-thems carrying an AR and ammo cans, 100-pound ammo cans. Nowadays, the they-thems couldn't do that. Anyway, the souped-up M1As are really nice. My buddy has one.
That's the Springfield version of the M14.
Yeah, Springfield has a full lineup of M1As and all that stuff, whatever they call them. Yeah. 14 people watching. It's a shame not to end the show. I mean, I'd like to go to bed because I definitely want to wake up at 8 o'clock. But I could stay on a little bit more, see how it goes. You ever been to there's a Navy ship. I'm not revealing any part of where you live in California, but I know you know the Bay Area. Okay. You ever been to Alameda? There's a Navy museum there of some submarine or battleship or something. Do you know
I've
what
been
I'm
to Alameda, but I've never seen a submarine there. I know they have a submarine docked on Fisherman's Wharf now. I've seen that.
Really?
Okay. I didn't go inside.
They have some famous ship in Alameda. There's let me look it up. There's a museum or Alameda. I'll look up Navy Museum. Or that's not what it's called, but because I thought, well, next time I get around there, I'd go check it out. Alameda Naval Air Museum. That's it. And let's see what they have there. History, memorials, events, community about. They got some ship from World War II there that you can get on and. Probably a very interesting place to visit. What's a museum brochure? Let's see here.
Is it like a destroyer or something?
It's something like that. Ships, okay. Well, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ships there. USS Hornet, is that possible? This doesn't make sense.
I think so.
They don't have 9 ships. Yeah, that's what it says. Maybe these were ships that went there in active service. Maybe that's what it means.
I've been on a
Not
boat. We went fishing
not the ones on
up by
display.
the mothball fleet up near Antioch. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I took the Amtrak from Emeryville to Davis, and it passed. I don't know the pronunciation. It went along the Suisun River.
Suisun.
Yeah, Suisun, and that's where they have all this mothballed fleet of ships. And in fact, the first time I saw that was on the Yule Hauser show. He did a show
Yeah,
about that. And then I was surprised, happily surprised, when the train passed by and I got to see that out of the train. Yeah, well, they've got all kinds of stuff there at this museum, Alameda Naval Air Museum, but I can't find the info on this website, what exactly it has. It's not very clearly presented. But I'll definitely go there next time I get up around. Yeah, they have the USS Hornet. Very historic.
It's the Hornet aircraft
The Hornet
carrier?
was in the Battle of Midway.
Oh, wow.
So, USS Hornet Museum, the Bay Area's premier ship museum, World War II through Vietnam, and recovery of Apollo 11 and 12 astronauts. Wow. And let me just check. This is actually Alameda, not someplace else. Why don't they give an address?
Last time I was at the naval base in Alameda, I think I was just there for the skate park.
Wow, okay. Why don't they give their address on the front page? You'd think they would do that, I don't understand these people who make websites. Museum hours. Okay, how to get to museum. Yeah, San Francisco. Okay. You can get there by BART or bus or ferry or drive.
Well, you can get there by BART. I might go out there and check it out.
So that's it. It's take the most scenic way is take a ferry from the San Francisco Ferry Building at the foot of Market Street, and a 20-minute ride will get you to either the Seaplane Lagoon Terminal, a 10-minute walk from the ship, or the Alameda Main Street Terminal, a short cab ride, or a 2-mile walk. So that's it. It's Alameda. It's the USS Hornet. I would definitely go there next time I'm in the area. Okay. Keep going, man. All right. Thank you, GD. Another 100 pesos. Keep going. We'll do it. Thank you, GD. Mac Lobster. I was in Alameda once. There was a memorable taco shop. Wow, what a day. The Naval Air Museum and the taco shop. That's a whole day. I was looking at
picture of the Hornet here. Looks like they've got a Douglas Skyhawk in the bay.
In Honolulu, at Pearl Harbor, they have the USS, the battleship from the Missouri, and that's available for public tours. I did that, and it's amazing to walk onto that ship. It's just incredible to think that ship, went all around the world, in World War II, and was never sunk. It's just amazing. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I was actually looking to fly down to Alameda, but that's been postponed for quite a while now. And I was looking at a hotel to stay at, and I came up with 2 places that look like the best choice location-wise and etc. They were both Hyatt hotels in Emeryville. And I've been to Emeryville because when I went to Davis, I went from San Francisco by bus, Amtrak bus, San Francisco to Emeryville. Then you get on the Amtrak train to go to Davis. So if I visit Alameda, I would stay in Emeryville because that was a very nice area. And there was a Trader Joe's across the street or something.
I used to work at that Trader Joe's.
Really? So you know exactly where I'm talking about?
Yep.
One was called Hyatt Tower, and the other was Hyatt Place, I think. Something like that. And they both looked really good, and within a block or two was a Trader Joe's and all the other places, you want to go, like Chick-fil-A or Del Taco or, whatever. And very, very close to Alameda as well, 10-minute drive maybe. So, yeah. So that's just for the future. Yeah.
if you go to Trader Joe's, the sand dabs are really good.
I've never had sand dabs. Yeah. Where did you get those? They have those at Trader Joe's?
Well, they cooked it for us. I think it might have been off menu, but
Oh, really?
we talked to the restaurant staff and they cook us up meals
At Trader Joe's?
Yeah.
What do you mean staff? They don't cook at Trader Joe's?
Not Trader Joe's, Trader Vic's.
Oh, Trader Vic's. Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we got it. Yeah. Well, I've been to a Trader Vic's at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills a long time ago. I've been there many times, but that was way back.
And when you work there, the Hawaiian music they pipe through the PA system drives you nuts after a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've never been to the California wine country, Sonoma, Napa. So I was thinking, flying to Oakland, stay at that hotel that I just mentioned in Emeryville, visit Alameda, and then take a tour bus day trip up to Napa, Sonoma. Maybe stay over or a one day, whatever.
Do some wine tasting.
Work. Yeah, get drunk and all the free sampling, the free tastings, and then head back that night. I'm sure they have one day trips, including winery visits. And that'd be really nice. Yeah. Then hit a pipe shop and take a poop on Union Square on the sidewalk. And and find that taco place that McLobster liked. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 1:30. I'll keep it going a little bit longer. I have to get up at 8:00, but I'll keep it going. Just see what happens.
Yeah, 6 hours is plenty sleep.
It's 2 hour 40. I'll go to 3 hours. That's another 15 minutes. Then I'll have to end it. So Thanksgiving will be here before you know it. I already see all the supermarkets have Halloween stuff on sale now. If you get trick or treaters ringing your doorbell, do you answer the door or do you just act like nobody's home?
Yeah, I like to pass out candy, but
yeah, I just
like
don't
less
answer
and
the
less.
door. Yeah.
Kids don't really do that anymore.
Yeah, well, not like way back when.
Not like they used to. Yeah, we used to
right.
Go hog wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't answer the door. Yeah, well.
Now, but here we have tons of Halloween decorations. And we usually put them all up, and it still doesn't attract many trick or treaters.
Right. That would be a really nice trip. I don't know what it's like in Oakland Airport. Is it dangerous to land in Oakland Airport, or is it okay
The airport
just to land there and get the hell out of there?
Don't,
might be okay.
Yeah, get the hell out ASAP.
Right. So land at Oakland Airport and immediately get on a taxi to get to the hotel.
Yeah, they have the In-N-Out burger that's next to the Oakland Airport. It's the only In-N-Out that's ever been closed down and shut up
really?
business.
Wow.
And everybody goes there, gets robbed. Like the cars get burglarized or stolen immediately.
Yeah, flying to Oakland, get a cab immediately to the hotel. Emeryville is fine. I mean, from what I remember about it, it's just
Jack London Square seemed all right last time I was out there.
And then visit Alameda.
Daytime, anyway.
Visit Alameda, and then visit Sonoma and Napa. And
they got a nice Japanese restaurant / jazz bar in Jack London Square called Yoshi's.
Yoshi's, that's very famous. That's well known. I mean, it's a well known jazz.
You heard of it?
Oh yeah, lots of name celebrity musicians have been there.
Big name jazz musicians.
Yeah.
And food's pretty good too.
Yeah. Now, how dangerous is that nighttime to get there? What do you think?
I well, I haven't eaten there for decades, but when
Well,
I
I mean,
did, it
10
was
years
pretty
ago, it would have
safe.
been fine, but I don't know about
Yeah,
Oakland now. It's such a shithole. Apparently, it's dangerous. If there was somebody I wanted to see, I would risk it because you're just going, from the car right into the club, and then
yeah.
after you just walk right out of the club into the car to get to the hotel. So that would be okay.
Just don't get hit by the train that goes down the street.
Right, right. That would ruin the evening. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when the show ends in about 10 minutes, are you going to go to bed, or do you think there might be another show on one of those other channels you might watch for a while?
I might watch another show, but not
Yeah.
one of those shows.
Ah, right, right, right. I watched, the Mark Felton channel on YouTube, the historian,
Yeah,
military
I heard of
historian.
him. I think I probably
He's
watched
it's
a
one of
couple
the
of his.
it's one of the greatest, legitimately great channels on YouTube. Mark Felton. He's a British historian, and he focuses on military history, World War One and Two primarily. And there's the video I saw most recently of his was the title was Hermann Goering really gay?
I saw the YouTube. I saw the thumbnail for that one today. I didn't
Yeah,
watch it though.
yeah. Or was because I mean the guy wore the powder blue suit uniforms and makeup, and so was Hermann Goering really gay? Really gay, And I would have thought, well, there were so many
I would
gay
say like, why
Nazis at the
not?
high
Why
level.
wouldn't he be?
Yeah, at the high level at the upper level of Nazism, there were many gays. That's well established, and sexual deviance, of course. And but his conclusion at the end of a thoroughly, heavily researched episode was he called him a there's a psychological term that's professionally used in those circles called not a metrosexual, but um, a male, a heterosexual male who likes to wear makeup and costumed kind of clothing with a lot of flash and flamboyance, but they're still a male. They're not a homosexual male. They're still, a heterosexual. And there was a psychological term that he used that was an actual term among psychologists. I forgot what it was called, and that seemed to make sense. But
Was it
yeah,
Lyndon B. Johnson like that?
who? What?
Lyndon B. Johnson?
Lyndon Johnson? Gay?
I heard the rumors of him like answering the door dressed in women's lingerie, having like big crazy parties and shit like that.
I never heard about that about LBJ. Wow. Oh, J. Edgar Hoover, of course, we've heard about. He wore dresses and went to dances, dancing with men wearing a dress and all that stuff.
But then that's all perfectly normal now.
Well, now, of course, if he didn't do that, it would not be normal, right? And his chief assistant was his gay lover partner at the FBI, and yeah, that's all established, documented. Yeah. McLobster is taking off. Good night, McLobster. Thank you very much for being here. See you
Like
next
lobster.
time. I never heard of LBJ being gay or anything gay.
Maybe it was Hoover. I might have been thinking.
Well, Hoover definitely. I mean, he would he would have parties in a hotel room with his gay lover, and he'd be dancing in a woman's clothing, woman's dresses, and wig, and oh yeah, no question. That's absolutely true. Yeah, I don't see that with LBJ. Yeah, but Goering wore makeup every day, and
Every day.
yeah, whenever he was outside, he wore makeup, and he had that famous powder blue suit for his uniform, and he had the custom-made awards out of diamonds. I mean, metals. He extra blingy diamonds and gold and
Kind of like a dandy, you would say.
yeah. But apparently, his conclusion was, and he's a great historian. He's legitimate, not just some YouTube idiot, And his conclusion was no evidence. He was just
I'd like to
kind of
see him
guy.
break down the macarons.
Yeah, Mrs. Macron and Mr. Macron would be a good show. Yeah, because I mean, if anybody has to prove they're male or female, just take a DNA test. It's as simple as that. You don't need photos. You don't need anything.
Yeah, it'll
Just
be
take a
very
DNA.
easy to prove it one way or the other. But
Prove it instantly. You know, give some DNA samples, and it's done.
I think not doing it kind of already gives away the
Yeah,
conclusion
and
right now.
the story is that she's provided explicit photos or review. And so if she has full spread shots of her beaver, that's not proof. That's not proof because
Yeah,
she
let's
may
give
have
it a
been a
cheek
male.
swab. That's all we need is a
She may
cheek
have been a
swab.
male, and she had bottom surgery. And to the casual, looker, you say, okay, well, that's a woman, but it's not. It could be a male with bottom surgery. So that's not proof. You need a DNA test. That's the proof. And they didn't submit that. She didn't want it. She didn't submit that in her quote proof.
Yeah, that's kind of like admitting it right there. You would think.
Right. And they
It's
made
so
it a
easy to prove.
2-for-1. Mrs. Brigitte Macron and Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Maybe MIT's lab would give them a 2-for-1 discount to do.
I can't believe people. We tell them that about Big Mike, and they're like, "No, they have kids. She's a woman."
But they're not her kids.
Yeah,
They're not their kids. But that's another story that no one's going to believe, but completely believe it. When you see the parents, the real parents, then
they look exactly like
look
their friends for some
100%
reason.
exactly like the real parents, not the Obamas.
Yeah,
100%. And then when you find out the backstory on who these real parents are, their relationship to the Obamas, it all fits. All fits.
But you and me were the crazy ones, Morty.
Right, exactly. Right. We're the right-wing extremists, right? The conspiracy theorists. But it's all true. I mean, these things are true. Yeah, well, whatever. I had a show planned on that with the photos. Clintons.
Be careful, Morty. You know what happens to these people.
This was years ago. The Clintons, the Obamas, and somebody else. And I decided not to do it because my Facebook page got deleted.
Morty is not feeling depressed, people.
Yeah, because when you post that stuff to Facebook at the time, they just remove it. So I lost my channel. I mean, my page on Facebook, and that's why I decided not to do it on my YouTube page, because that would get my channel struck or removed. Certainly, years ago,
I had my channel removed. I didn't even have any content on it. All I did was leave comments, and I had a channel that used my real name, and YouTube just took it down. I'm not allowed to use it anymore.
Only because there were some comments?
Just because of comments I would leave in other people's videos.
I see. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's not a free speech platform.
Well, that's correct. But if you want to do all-out hate and viscountness, then it's do whatever you.
That's fine.
Then they'll leave you alone. Then racism, hatred, anti-Semitism, lies, hate, distortions, viciousness, viscountness, misogyny. Oh, yeah, they'll leave you alone. That's fine. But if you mention this or that, then they strike it or take it down. No. 14 people watching. It is Sunday morning at 1:45. Wow.
Oh,
what is that avatar? That's a Guinness. That's a can of Guinness. Or a glass?
A glass of Guinness. I put that one up there for Jock.
Jock. I tried Guinness one time. I was in Japan. Japanese love Guinness. So I bought one because everybody else was having one. And I couldn't drink it. I thought this stuff was awful.
Which one did you get, the stout or the drought?
Nobody could believe I didn't like it.
Do you remember if it was the Guinness stout or was it Guinness drought?
I have no idea. I have no idea what it was. I don't remember. But I thought it was just awful. I couldn't even drink it. It didn't taste anything like other beers. I mean, it was just, I don't remember what it tasted like, but I couldn't drink it.
It was probably the stout. The drought's pretty mild.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like coffee, basically.
GD, insults, hate, viciousness, reflective of. Absolutely correct. That's right. Yep. JB. Every time I click on the Nick channel, see what's going on, just for a few minutes, he's always there.
Yeah.
He's big on the Watch Nicholas show. Yeah. I did hear him say last night or the night before, I was watching for 5 or 10 minutes, and maybe it was you and somebody else. I think it was you and somebody else said, "Yeah, I was on the watch the Morty show before and whatever." And JB goes, "You going on the Morty show? Jesus," something like that.
I like the Morty show.
Real
Diner's a
flattering.
nice place to hang out.
Yeah, real flattering comment. Thank you, JB. But it doesn't matter. Because I thought we were pals, but I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is hard.
I try to get everyone to get along, but it's never gonna.
Yeah. Well, you're dealing with a variety of people that chemically and field force wise, they just cannot get together. Biochemically and electric field forces, they just repel each other. GD watches YouTube all day long. Nighttime, daytime.
I always see him here. People say I'm always here. Like, there's a lot of people that I always see here while I'm also always being here. So
yeah,
I'm not alone being a weirdo.
Well, yeah, well, certainly not. I think GD watches the overnight shows, then in the daytime shows. So he's watching when he's home. He's watching when he's at work. He's watching at mealtime. He gets 3 hours sleep, and he just watches all day long.
These people that are here all the time, it's hard to try to pin down like where they are at globally, their positions.
Right.
Like, they're always here.
It's amazing. I mostly watch the night shows. Okay. Let's see what time it is in Argentina right now. Argentina time. What is it? It's 5:48 Sunday morning.
Oh, it's that far east? Wow.
5:48 Sunday morning. So you're 2 hours ahead of New York City time. It's 4:48 in New York, so you're 1 hour past that. 5:48 Argentina time right now.
Yeah, I guess South America is cocked over to the right a bit.
Yeah, almost 6 a.m. there. Right. What the hell are you doing up? Oh, he's at work. He works overnight, I think.
It's down there below the Gulf of America.
Gulf of America. Fantastic. Yeah. So is Easy Company now banned on channels because of the hatred he showed towards Jax?
I think so.
Wow.
He's persona non grata.
Yeah, that'll last a couple of days, then he'll be back on those channels. Yeah.
He won't even remember.
Yeah, you can do anything, and you can kill somebody. Next day, you're back on the shows. Yeah.
Well, look at that guy. Says Greg Davis.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, yeah, there you go. Right. GD, he's hanging in there, man. Another 100 peso contribution. Wow. Thank you very much, GD. Easy is bended until someone pays for his unbending. Everything's got a price in Thailand. Ah, I see what he means. Right. Why would anybody knock off GD? He's everywhere. He's part of the chats everywhere. Oh, I don't know.
That's why it's worth it to get people on the show that are really unlikable and annoying, because you can get people to pay to ban them.
I can see why people would ban him, and I understand that. But in general, he's 99%. He's there to support the channels he's watching. You know, so
That guy mentioned that the new guy that's like Easy and Uzi put together, it's
right.
a virtual gold mine.
Unbelievable. And so this is Eddie's cellmate. You were saying?
No, that was Matt.
Oh,
I
Matt.
got this new guy, Puck Elf, I found on another channel. And I didn't tell anybody that the channel I found him on, he's already been banned permanently from that one.
Oh, I see.
And then I went on another channel that I didn't even know this guy was on, but apparently he's been there because I mentioned him in the chat, and the host immediately told me that this guy Puck Elf is permanently banned from their channel as well.
Look, I've seen him somewhere. I don't know anything about him. Yeah.
He's a bogan.
Bogan, okay. Right. Yeah, like I mentioned, GD, I found Easy sometimes pretty funny, but sometimes it's not funny. It's bad. Well, we didn't get any aliens on the panel tonight. That's a bit of a letdown, but that's okay. Maybe they'll be there next time.
I think they're still coming.
Right.
When the 3-eye atlas, when it stops and parks behind the sun, then they'll come out.
Well, apparently Doc's played a clip on his channel of some serious heavy-duty scientists, and saying that they're all convinced that they've been living here for who knows how long under the ocean.
Oh yeah.
They have settlements or bases under the ocean.
Apparently, the Navy has like sonar readings of objects that move underwater at like close to the speed of sound, which is
that's right. Yeah, and
pretty much impossible for whatever technology we have.
Yeah, they're a craft under the deep ocean going 200 miles an hour. They can't be caught, can't be tracked. And then whenever we see UFOs flying around, they're from under the ocean, and they go back under the ocean to their base. And they've been here for millennia or just a handful of years. And
there's supposed to be a big UFO base off in the ocean, right outside of Malibu. That's why.
Malibu, wow.
Yeah,
right.
That's why you can't tell the aliens are there, because everybody in Malibu is already so weird and whacked out. The aliens fit right
Correct. In. Right. So that's a clever place for them to set up base. Right. Very clever. Yeah, and my opinion is, hey, they're probably here, and or they're either here or they're coming, and fine, you know, they'll be friendly or they'll kill us all. And again, okay, you know,
now they have to keep us around. We're like cattle; they need us for food.
Right, exactly, right. Yeah. So. Well, it's time. It's 3 hours.
Yeah, it was a good chatting with you, Morty.
Yeah, it was great. Always glad to have you over here. And I'm going to bed. I got to get up at 8 o'clock. I hope I can. And thanks everybody for supporting the channel tonight and watching the show.
If you have trouble sleeping, just rewind this stream and watch it.
That'll put me right to sleep. Right. Good advice. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'll see you.
Good night, Mort.